All right, you guys. Hello, hello. Oh no, he isn't. Woosah today. All right. Right when I hear my cat scratching on my leather thing. Anyways, just letting it go. Letting it go. How are you today?
I am wonderful, man. I'm good.
I'm good. I can now
Yes,
see myself.
yes.
Oh, there
Feeling
goes.
free.
You're what? There you
Said feeling
are.
free. Yeah,
Where are
there I
you?
am.
I'm like, there you are. Hold on. Let me adjust the stand. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be in your face. Still, I look ridiculous as usual. You look good in blue.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I can
I
barely see you
rarely,
guys.
yeah, I rarely wear it, actually. And I was like, I like the color so much. I gotta do this a little more.
I gotta look at you on the tablet because looking this way, I can barely see you. So look, yeah, you look good. I look
Thank
ridiculous as
you.
usual, and you look
No,
good.
you look nice. I like that red on you.
The
That
red,
red
no,
is popping.
this looking ridiculous. I couldn't get the hat right. I was like, oh my god, I went through 50 hats
No, you
today.
got it. You got it right though. Like it goes with the look. It's given like modern Western girl and everything. Like it's tight. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you, girl.
Yeah,
All right,
Jilly
girl.
girl. We call you Jilly Jilly.
I'm so glad you that you. Oh wait, my thing is still off. Damn it. Hold on. It's not turning anymore. Dang it. Oh, this way. There. I don't know if that helped or not, but okay. I'm trying to get that. Okay, it's still messed up. Well, you go ahead and talk while I mess with it.
Look at you.
All right,
Get
let
it
me see.
right. You got it?
I don't know. Shit. Do I?
I don't
I,
know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm on the phone, so I see you just fine, and it's okay on my computer as well.
You ain't lying about the tank tops, are you?
Oh yeah, that's my
That's your
that's like
thing.
my wardrobe. That's my
Yeah.
gear. I gotta feel the breeze, man. Like
Yeah.
yeah, especially like I'm a sweaty person, the hair all thick, so it's like I gotta feel the
Yeah.
breeze.
Talking about this damn ass frizzy ass hair because I didn't when I straighten it, it looks all purty, but I didn't straighten it today. I washed it and it's like all frizzed out, looking all messy. I'm like, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
No, it's it's good though. It actually goes with the look. So it works for you. Yeah. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
what you guys doing in the chat? What y'all doing? Mizrak, hello. Do I have it on our chat? No, I do now. Blanquita, Love with Light Tarot. Hello. What y'all doing? What you guys doing? Just getting a fresh coffee and some breakfast. Oh, that's right, because it's like morning or something like that for him. Love with Light Tarot.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But would you like
Awesome.
if you want to, we can wait for some more people to come in if you want, or because I'd like you to, if you wouldn't mind just mentioning, your channels and what you do and stuff, just so people,
All
in case
right.
most people know what you do, but for those that
Okay.
don't.
Yeah. So you guys can find me on YouTube and TikTok, Wake Up Time 369. I post videos talking about some metaphysical things, but mainly healing, manifestation, going within and just really sharing a lot. What I say is a lot of my own personal journey with the healing and being in this state of freedom and happiness and being able to maintain that. It's a process, it's a roadmap, so I speak a lot about that. I also do intuitive readings. I'm still learning the tarot, so at this point I just use my intuition. It's a little different style. I include, some spiritual guidance and, spiritual coaching. I also offer that. You can find all the information you need if you want to book a reading or you need somebody to talk to or some spiritual guidance. All the information for that is in the description of my channel, Wake Up Time 369 here on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook and IG. my evolution continues too, because it does. It's
That's
a
right.
continuous process.
Right.
Yeah.
I was looking
So,
for
and
you
I
today. And I was looking at wake up time. I was looking at Z. I'm like, oh my God, what is it? That's right. That's right. My
yeah, my, yeah.
it's confusing. You got like, because you had Z's. You have to.
Well, I got rid of the Z's healing. So
Wow.
yeah, that's why. So I just put everything with wake up time,
Yeah,
369.
that makes sense.
So
That
that,
makes sense.
yeah,
Except
to
for
just
IG.
kind of. And now the IG and the Facebook is still the My Evolution
My
continues too,
evolution
though.
continues
Yeah,
too. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Because I was
because
gonna tag you with the going live the post that I made, whatever. And I'm like, oh, where are you? But I was in a rush and I couldn't find you. I was like, oh, F it, man. I couldn't
yeah,
remember.
and the link to all my platforms is in the description on the YouTube channel as well. So that's a little bit about me and what I do, and just happen to I've had a lot of life experience, and I have taken the lessons and applied the knowledge to my life, and so I share that experience, hoping to enlighten others and bring them into the fold of themselves.
All right
So
now.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that. What you doing, Jessica? Yeah, I like that. Like I said, you just have a way with words. And
Oh
a lot of
yeah.
times you talk, and I want to listen, and I want to listen. I'm like, oh, she just is captivating. Whatever you say, it makes sense, or I don't know. You're meant to speak.
I'm a very logical person. But we're all emotional beings. So the one thing with me is that like how I process information, I do process it emotionally, and I also process it logically, and I put the two together,
Mm,
to create that balance. And
that's
it
hard.
yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
it took work. It's a process and everything. But yeah, it helps me be able to better like express myself
I think that's gonna be
and
my
be
card for
clear.
you.
I'm
That's
sorry.
going to be my card for you is a temperance card because it's very
Oh,
balanced. It talks about, balance with everything. You're
yeah.
very balanced. And I think that could be why I said you're meant to speak. People listen because maybe you have the male side and the female side. I don't know
Yeah.
what you do, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna listen to her, over other people though. So yeah, you got a good balance. So that's the card I have for you. That I'm gonna when I pull that card, I'm gonna think of you. All right. Yeah.
Awesome. I like that. Yeah. I like that temperance card too. It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. And that is, kind of brings, I guess, kind of brings us to, the topic that we were going to speak about today.
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
it.
the balance of the masculine and feminine energy. So first thing that has to be, overstood is that everything has masculine and feminine energy. Otherwise, it cannot exist. That is existence itself. It's a combination of them. And it's a different thing when you go to balance the masculine and feminine within yourself. What I want to explain about the masculine and feminine energy, because when we hear those words, we automatically relate it to the human body, the human being. And so both males and females have masculine and feminine energy. So your whole body, and this is really how creation works. The feminine side, it comes up with this idea or this vision, this image of something, and it designs that. So that is your feminine energy. Without the masculine energy is a moving energy, it charges things. So every function in your body, the way the heart beats, all the organs, all the blood flowing, that is masculine energy allowing that to happen. See, because without the masculine energy, you have this vessel, you have this idea. that does not come into fruition. So you can look at the feminine as the designer and the architect of it. You know, I want to make this heart
Yes.
beat like this, and we're going to have all these chambers, and it's going to pump blood in and pump blood out. So this is the idea of it, but how do I make that actually happen? I fire electrical signals in order to make the heart beat. Well, that electrical signal, that's your masculine energy. So therefore now we have a whole heart that is built and it's working, and both have to work together in conjunction in order for anything to be complete. And that is when you can look at it as being a whole being, when you can access that masculine and that feminine energy and bring them together. So feminine is creation, but the masculine moves the creation into existence. So without that masculine energy to bring it into fruition, you just have an idea.
And here's the
And
thing about it.
with
I'm going to
go
interrupt because right what she's talking about, because it's a tarot channel too. I'm just going to explain what she's explained is the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Boom. That's what she's explaining. Just for you guys to understand and for you to understand more Z yourself too, because you're learning. You
yeah,
just explained the
yeah.
King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the wands are the moving energy. And so here's the thing about the masculine energy, though. The masculine energy has to have structure. It has to have direction. It has to know what it is giving the power and the movement to. See, if you just have masculine energy with no direction, it just roams freely and roams around. And it can be destructive because it's a powerful energy. So it has to have direction. So that's why when the feminine is creating that heart, it's going to work like this. So masculine, you come in and you fire this signal, and that's going to cause this signal to activate, and then you move it like this. So there has to be a structure and clear direction. So men, that's why you got to listen to your women, you know, but the woman, you got to be something that he should be listening to,
Right.
because
Right.
if the feminine is given the direction for the masculine energy to power, you can make that masculine energy be destructive, if you are not aligned. So I just find the concept very very interesting. And
That
when
part, what
we
you just said, that part where you just said where you can make them destructive, or you want to touch on that or no? Because that's interesting. You know, for a lot of
well
people, it's hard for them to understand that. I think so.
the
It's
thing
interesting.
So the thing is that and understand that as human beings, this stuff is unconscious, but the masculine is looking for a direction because it's moving and it's wandering and it's searching for a place to land. It's searching for something to enhance, to bring into fruition. And so if that feminine, if it's trying to bring something negative, if that feminine is something negative and that masculine energy finds it, it's going to follow that feminine direction and be negative and produce a bunch of negativity. So it's important for us to understand that it's an energetic thing, and understand that feminine energy exists in the men as well.
Hmm.
And they get limited from actually becoming a whole being, because from birth they are told that everything feminine is negative and they
Yes.
should have no parts of it within themselves. So they are literally shutting off really the most important part of themselves. So I find it very compelling when I hear men and women talk about each other, and they're saying true things about each other, but I'm more about what's the root, with everything. Why is there such dysfunction here
Right.
on both ends? And
Mhm.
it's the feminine has been taken away from her divinity to create within divinity. She's creating within a lower nature. So now when that masculine come, he's going to fire, fire up that lower nature. Everybody is conditioned to operate from their lower masculine and lower feminine nature. And you got to understand that we got feminine creating from a lower nature and masculine, with a lower nature powering up that femininity. And here lies the world that we can actually describe as hell and dysfunction. you know so it is really important for us to really go within ourselves in order to activate those energies on a positive level. It it's not easy simply because we are constantly inundated with lower nature things. Everything, the food you eat, the music you listen to, the shows you watch, is just coming in. So whatever goes in is going to come out. That's
Mm.
just law of the universe, as within, so
That's
without,
right.
as
Yeah.
above, so below. And that's how it works. So
Yin
as
yang.
above, so yeah. So
I
as
gotta
above,
say it,
so below, we got the creation here, and we got that masculine and feminine energy happening. And you can look at males and females as a physical manifestation, a representation on a biological, scientific level of what feminine and masculine energy is. But we got both in us, and we got to access both. That's how you become whole. That's how you become free. That's how you actually break away from the illusions that are being programmed into you on a daily basis. And it is work. It is a process, because you gotta realize that it's kind of like if you're sick with a cold and you're on the mend and you're taking the medicines and everything, but yet you're continuously in an environment where there's nothing but viruses around, so it's like it comes right back on you. And I mean, actually, you see that in physical existence, how people will catch colds over and over and over again, because they're still in the environment, and it's coming in. So the main thing is that all of this is psychological. We've all heard from young children, since we were young children, how the mind is a weapon. It's the most powerful thing, and it really is,
right.
because how you perceive things is your
Your
life.
reality.
That's
Your
yeah,
reality.
that's your reality. How you're
We
looking
all have
at
different
stuff.
realities, you know?
Yeah,
It's how we see
and
stuff.
because
And yeah,
yep, because
Crystal
we
came in the room.
perceive.
Deja. Hello.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we
Crystal's saying
perceive.
something.
Oh, yeah, everything has duality. That's really the thing that makes the mind so powerful, is the duality of it. And that also is what makes it very difficult. But like all of our, healing and traumas and everything, it's all like psychological work. To tap in spiritually starts with the psyche first, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't understand that. So that's why you can have people, like, you can do all the meditations and, crystals and sages and all the other little new age stuff that's out here. You can do all of that, but you're still feeling a certain way. You still, living from a certain mindset, so you, it's the mind that you have to free. It's the
And
mind being programmed. It's it's the mind that drives everything we do, everything we feel. It comes from the perception of how we see things, how we think.
and then what we believe
So
and how big, because that's why I tell people, like, with I do Reiki now, right? And people are like,
mhm,
well, does it work? It works if you believe it works, because everything is
right.
aligned. If you believe it works for you, it's gonna work for you. Most of like,
Yep.
if you think this not gonna work, I don't care. It's probably not gonna work because your mind telling you already it's not gonna happen. So it's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. It's not gonna work for you, right? If
Yeah.
you think
Yeah, that's the
this any
power.
positive energy, this is gonna hit me. I'm taking it in. Yes, it will work. It'll. Your body's telling yourself you could. It's gonna. It's like you heal your. You can heal yourself. I've
Yeah,
told
yeah. I mean,
right,
to be honest, nobody else can heal you.
right,
Only you can, because the damage is in your psyche. So I
Mm-hmm.
can't take my psyche and put it in yours to make you healed. I can guide you. I can give you the roadmap, for your psyche to be similar to mine, but only you can heal you.
Yes.
And that's why so many people are unhealed, because like if we could actually heal each other, the world would really be like a great place if we could just
Right.
go in and,
Right.
hey, this is the perception that might make you a better version of yourself. Boom, let me put it on you. And it's like,
Yes.
I'm that better version, like, oh man, that would be great if we could do that,
You just
So,
download the file real quick and boom, you better, that'll be
right, right.
right.
But I'll tell you this though, that when you start to free that mind and you tap into you and begin to know you and how you function, you start mastering you. You do get those downloads,
Mm-hmm.
and you are able to kind of talk yourself off the ledge.
Yes.
It's a continuous process, but it's your process and it's your work to do in the process.
Yes.
So we all have like traumas, we have triggers, but we got to go in and okay, why am I triggered by this? And you got to a lot of self talk and understanding that the only thing you're truly going to master in this life is yourself. And the only true knowledge you're really going to have fully will be that of self. And it's learning to master yourself, master your responses, master your perception of things, because you're going to respond to things based on your perception of them. So uh,
A great
I think,
example too. Another great example is like, say you look in the mirror one day and you feel really good about yourself. You think you look good. You think you look cute. You think okay. You go out, you have a great day, don't you? Don't you? Because you're
yeah,
feeling good about yourself. But if you wake up and like, my hair is just not working. Good damn, my eyes are pooping. You don't like what you have on. You go out. You have a effed up day. It's
yeah.
all your attitude and what
It's
you
all
think and
it's
what you
all in the
believe.
mind.
It's your reality.
Yeah,
You make your own reality, you guys. I had a shit
you
day.
really
You
do.
gave yourself a
You
shit
really,
day. You did it to
yep,
yourself. Don't blame on
yep,
people. Oh, they was grouchy. No, you was grouchy. The way you dealt with them was on you. It's just
yeah,
if we could understand this, it would be wonderful. If everyone could
yeah.
understand that it's
No,
on
like
us.
seriously, that it is, and it's a hard thing for
Yeah.
people to really understand, because so many negative things actually happen to us, and we're thinking like, well, I don't want that. I know I didn't create
Yeah.
this, because we are so unaware of ourselves. It's a natural thing, simply because the mind is duality. So it's natural for you to be unaware of yourself. And I really believe that to be fully self-aware is to not be in this body.
Yes.
But you can develop some awareness, of self. And it really boils down to, freeing your mind, knowing your own power. Power is not taken from us, we give it away. It lies wherever we believe it lies. So we believe in a government, so we think that's the power, when the government is governing the people. So how is the government the power when it's governing the people? Don't the people have actually the power?
Right.
And
That's what
then
the
they
people
give
vote.
it.
They always say you
Yeah.
gotta say vote, but you did it. So doesn't that mean we the boss?
Right,
What
right,
we got to say?
and
Well, then, right, but mm,
yes, I want to say hey to some people. Hey, all y'all coming up in there, good old peoples. Just want to acknowledge. I see your chats, and uh, yeah, I see something about staying grounded. That's a very important thing, because like this world ungrounds you on a daily basis from the moment you wake up.
mm-hmm.
So we talk about being grounded. It's really kind of like centering yourself, like your energy though. And that's what it is. It's like when that energy kind of becomes ungrounded, now we got the mind in there, now we got the emotions, and now we got the behaviors. So it's just like the masculine energy where it goes and activates this and then that activates that and that activates that, and then we got this whole dysfunctional being that hates themselves. you know so it's so it is important. One of the ways you can do that is, putting walking barefoot in the grass.
I'm just gonna
um
ask this. What is that really? Okay, why do I need to get my feet dirty? I'm a clean person. I don't like to get my feet dirty, and you know what I'm
well
saying.
there okay, well, it's the
So why do I
earth,
gotta go walk
is
barefoot in the damn grass?
because it is the earth,
Well, why
and
not
the
just get
earth.
shoes? Well, yeah, can I wear
I'm
shoes?
sorry.
I like to wear shoes.
You know why you want to take the shoes off. And this is, like, little deep. Notice that the bottom of the shoes are called rubber soles. Rubber for your soles. Well, a soul is an electromagnetic thing. Okay. So when you put rubber on electricity, it stops the flow of
The
the
hell? What
electricity.
the hell? What the
Yeah.
hell?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah. I told you I was going, get a little metaphysical, a little esoteric
I
on you.
love
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
I love the information. What? I'd like. Wow, that's something to think about.
So that is
Damn.
that's the reason you want to take that off. Even
So
like
let me go ahead and get
cotton.
my feet dirty. All right. I'm gonna walk
Well,
out
you
with
know
my
what?
feet
You
dirty.
know what I do, because I got I've been doing some research, and I think I might be, on somebody's spectrum, a little neurodivergent. And I have big issues with my hands and feet, my body really being like dirty. I don't like dirt on me. So
I
what
don't like
I
it either.
do,
I don't like it either. I'm very clean. It's really anyways, same with when I raised my son. You ain't never see him dirty ever. As a kid,
yeah,
as a
yeah.
kid, nope, nope, nope. Always clean. Wiping him out. No spit on his face. No
Hmm.
booger. He's always clean. I'm weird with that,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay,
Yeah. And
yeah,
so what I'll do is I'll go in the backyard and I'll put my feet in the grass. I mean, so it's grass, so my feet aren't actually getting dirty.
yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes when I first cut it, if I don't use a bag, there's pieces and that stuff be
Yes.
on my toes. I take a baby wipe out there with me. And that's the thing. Like, I had to, really kind of come to terms with myself. Is like, okay, I got dirty, but I can get clean. It's not
Yeah,
that big a deal.
that's true. But in my back, look, I got a little backyard area,
Hmm.
and I don't got grass. I got bark.
Okay.
You got bark or
Oh,
dirt, and you're trying to walk your feet. It don't feel good.
okay. So
And then there's cement. So there's cement, and
another
then
thing, like we can do to, like, ground ourselves, is actually just walking in nature. Um, Even that shower, man, that can be grounding. Water's a portal. Water's cleansing.
even the
Yeah.
ocean.
Some, like, I heard this, and this is real interesting. Do you know water is the only thing on the earth that we got the recipe to, but we can't make it ourselves?
No shit.
So you know that's something divine. You know some divinity is happening there. It's
Never thought
more.
about it. Yeah, I guess never thought about
Your
it. But
body made of water. We surrounded by water, and I just find that real interesting. I got
mm,
the recipe, but I can't make it myself. you know,
yeah.
but everything else I get the recipe too. I can produce.
Well, you know what's
you
weird
know,
though is, but you can make life.
I can make life, and life comes in water. Life
Life.
comes out of the water.
Yeah.
So it's powerful. It's a universal solvent, and just it's everything. It is life itself.
I agree, and that's why I'll be saying, gulp your water. Gulp. In fact, I'm gonna gulp my. Where's my damn water? I have to get my water. I usually have it right here. I forgot to grab it. I'm gonna grab my water real quick, but I want to talk about that. What? Oh my god, I just lost it. What was I gonna say? So it was gonna go back to the I don't know if it's the submission, how a lot of females believe in it, a lot of females don't. A lot of men want the woman to submit. A lot of cultures, you do submit to the men. Like over in Africa, you best not. You know what I mean? In Africa, you best submit to the woman or something. That's just the culture, right? It's how it is over there.
Okay.
You know, in
Yeah.
that case, the submission thing, that's really interesting to talk about too.
So let's just first off be clear. The only thing you should be submitting to is truth, wisdom, knowledge. That's the only thing you submit to. Surrender. Surrender to the
To
truth.
God, to the universe. I would include the universe, maybe, to that, but
Yeah, I mean, but that's part of the wisdom and the knowledge and that's part of truth, the universe, and numbers and everything,
and
So that's really
the minute someone submits to something, and I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, because you can allow someone else to take the lead, but you don't have to submit and do everything and let somebody take control of you. That when you submit, somebody's controlling you, and then you're not in control of yourself. And some people, all of a sudden depression comes on, different thing. Well, because you're not controlling yourself, somebody else is controlling you, telling you what to do, how to act, what to wear, when to eat, what to eat, whatever it is, how to cook my dinner, how to do my laundry. At some point you want to just freaking blow up, right? Because anyways, Z, you speak, because you speak so much better.
you do it. You just fine, girl. Um, I'll tell you this, because I'm all about root cause of things, not
Yes.
just what it is. How did this happen? Because we are living in a society that goes against the natural flow of all of our true nature. So just like when I said earlier, like the energies, the masculine, feminine energy, everything's got duality. So there, and you can look at the energies and emotions like a stick, and you're on one end of the stick or you're on the other end of the stick. The chakra system is a very good representation of that. You got those lower chakras, but each chakra has when you're aligned and they're balanced, they have these positive aspects. But then when they're not aligned, they got all this negative stuff going on.
Is that
So
when a lot of people maybe have the stomach distress and different things? Maybe you should check out those. Maybe something's
yeah,
blocked. One of them could be
yeah,
that.
that is what dis-ease is.
Disease,
Anything, well-being is ours. It's our natural birthright. So anything that is affecting your well-being is something that is not just, it's happening on a mental and spiritual level and affecting you physically. It's how the body is responding to it. There is a blockage of flow. Like that's why they do the acupuncture, because the attempt in that is to open up your chi, your life force energy. It is being blocked, and that's what's causing this pain here, or this sickness over here, and it's also our attention to things give them power and amplify them. You can look at attention as like part of your masculine energy, because it really moves things. It gives energy to it. It gives life to it, whatever it is you're paying attention to. So back to the submission thing, because this is something I just really thought was interesting just as a child. I knew when I heard that stuff that wasn't natural and that
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
right.
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
I've
um,
always, you said you like to get to the root cause real quick. I always been the type of person. Why? Tell me why though. Why do we have to do it? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do anything you say? Or why do I have to do? We don't. If you're an adult, you're a child,
because
listen to your parents or listen to whoever's raising you. Listen to them. I mean, if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you though, sometimes I don't know. Anyways, as a
yeah,
child, you're being told something to do and it doesn't make sense to you, but you got to do
right.
it. You're a kid. You got to listen to your parents, and but then you grow up, and anyways, it continues.
But the thing is that we have been in this energy cycle for hundreds of thousands of years. It's the same energy, just recycling, itself for 400,000 years. And it is they start with, and I'm not going to go too deep into that, because that ain't really today's topic, but it does really start with the religion. And the first thing that religion kind of teaches you is that you are separate from whatever created you, and you're nothing, and you are not worthy. But I'm so full of love, I'm gonna give your sorry ass some love anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't really worthy of me. But since you such a sorry ass, I'm just, I'm gonna give you some love. But you got to do this shit I say do now to get my love, because you ain't nothing. When you a baby, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yes.
but you better be grateful that
Oh,
I'm choosing to love you because you ain't nothing. you
yes.
know, and
Yes.
so that programming right there,
And it
that's where
makes
it
you feel
starts.
unworthy. It makes you feel unworthy immediately.
And immediately, what do? We want, see, our natural nature, see, that whole being worthy thing, that's just some man made stuff. That ain't even real, So the first thing we want to do is find our worth. We want to feel worthy. And what's actually happening on a different level is that when that programming comes in, now the flow of energy that goes in sort of like a triad, the soul that you are and the mind and body that you have, it starts causing blockages in that flow right there. And you not aligned mentally and physically to the soul that you are. So now I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm insecure about myself, and all these things. So then they architect this whole structure, and this stuff is ingenious. I give props where they do, but they architect this whole structure to feed off of that. Take your own divinity and use it against you. See, your creator, and they even be telling you this in the Bible. Jesus was trying to drop them gems, yo. He was trying to help humanity find their way, and nobody really hears his, like, the true message, the stuff they did leave in there. But he said the kingdom of heaven is within you. So
Mm.
that means there's no separation between you and the creator. It's not outside of you. Ooh,
Oh, can I
something
get
to
an
think
amen or
about.
amen? How would you like to say it? Amen. All right now. Darnell, hello. Bonnie, Erica, Johnny, Mizrag, everybody in chat. Hello, you guys. Thank you for joining
Hey,
in.
y'all.
Yeah, Darnell's the one I do the lives with every other Wednesday. He's the one that's from the R&B group, that I was talking to you about and I went to high school with. That's Darnell coming through.
Hey, Darnell.
What was you doing, Darnell? He is so wise, man. He's got so much good stuff to say about like stuff like he is just he reminds me of you, and you guys remind me of each other in a way, you know, with how wise
Yeah.
and what you have to say. But yeah, thank you for coming through. Thank you, you guys. And
Yes,
I
thank
didn't
you
thank you, by
all
the
for
way. Let
being
me
here.
stop and thank you for doing this with me. I appreciate you. You coming on my channel, doing this, giving your time. Thank you, girl. I appreciate
You
you.
are very welcome, and thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you for seeing me as something that you want to have around. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you for your energy.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you. But we're all thanking each other, saying
absolutely.
thank you. Yes. Back on
Yes.
that topic, though. Woo! I think it's a good one. So a lot of people feel that they have to submit in order to find love. What would you say to them?
Oh, baby. Woo, woo, woo. Um,
No, you didn't. He said, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I think if we really understood why, um or did like research on things, how things began and what was the point, in starting it in the first place, we lose a lot of, this programming. And if you submit to the wisdom, knowledge, and truth, there is the love that you seek. It's right there beneath that submission to the wisdom, the knowledge, and the truth. It's within you. And I really, I do deep thinking sometimes. I just got to sit in silence and these downloads and epiphanies be coming to me. And I was thinking one day, like, we are the soul is the frequency of love. Love is a frequency. It's the
Mm,
highest frequency there is. And we are that frequency. But if there is a misalignment to that frequency, especially on a psychological level, if we love, don't we? I think we feel like this void in us because of that lack of alignment to who and what we really are. And we are conditioned. Remember, it started, with the religion that it's all outside of us.
mm,
So we think if we go seek outside of us, that we're going to find that alignment that we're missing. And when you meet somebody, it's all of these chemicals that start activating in the brain. That divine masculine energy starts working, and all of these hormones are firing, and you're feeling good, and it puts you on this sort of high. And now you got these emotions based on chemical reactions, and they're very real to you. And now you think, I am complete, I'm whole, I found the love. That void is now filled. And you've put your own work on someone else, which is why 99% of the relationships don't work out. Because you got to be a whole being first to
mm,
come together and share your wholeness. Nobody completes you. You are already complete. You are divine feminine. You are divine masculine. You are divinity. How can you be complete, incomplete?
mm.
How can that happen? It's already there. It's already complete. You just got to access it from the mind. You just were taught
You
that
know
you
what?
weren't complete.
I got to understand that if we came into this damn world alone, what makes you think you need anyone else? You would have came in with
And,
someone else, like the ones that come into the twin. Maybe they do, but I don't know. The twins
but
are just
no,
different.
those
They think
twins,
different.
no, the twins came one at a time, though. They don't
Yes,
slide out
that's true. That's
together.
true.
And
Born one at a
even
time.
when they cut them out, they
Yeah,
don't snatch them both out. They want you're still born alone.
yeah,
You
yeah.
die alone. You know what I'm saying? And
So
so
why
it's
we
it's
why we keep going? It's one of those things. If we're coming in the world alone, that's a big ass sign right there that you just need yourself.
Yeah, and the thing is that but that's where the programming comes in, is that, like, oh, I'm missing something. What you're missing is your own vibrational alignment, but you're taught that feeling, that alignment is only going to come through another being, and that's why things don't work out. And so that's what I mean about how this structure, this anti-natural structure, uses our own divinity against us. Because what do they inundate us with as little kids? Disney, the love, the fairy tales. We got soap operas. We got romance novels. We got all of this telling us how incomplete we are, and the
Mhm.
only completion is this other person.
And
You know,
marriage. It's
and
always push.
yeah,
It's always push, push, push about the marriage, the marriage, the
yes.
marriage, the marriage, the marriage, and it's push. It's and I think all for control, all this, everything, and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. It's like if I go out, like just don't even try with me, anyone. And that's just always my attitude. Don't even, because I'm gonna just, anyways, yeah. But
I was like, you be cracking me up, Jim. Yeah, whatever. Like, just don't bother me. Leave me
don't,
alone.
don't even,
You
don't
know.
even come out with no kind of nonsense about anything. But yeah.
But I just find it so compelling because, like, it's not something. It's one of very few thought processes and emotional things that I actually can't relate to. I don't get how you can't be by yourself, but you want somebody else to be with the person that you can't even be with. I don't get that. You know, what's wrong with you that you don't want to be with you? So how am I supposed to want to?
Mm,
How are you going to sell me a product that you don't believe in?
yeah. Yeah.
That you don't really want, but you want me to have it. Like, how are you going to convince me that that's beneficial? to my life, a
There's so
product
many
that you.
people too that are so sad right now, crying, and I just need someone to complete me. And I'm not making fun of you guys. And we're not making fun of any of you. We're trying to make you realize that you don't need anyone but yourself. Really, no one completes you. You complete you, like she's saying. For those of you that are sad, this and that, and you want to find a person that loves you, and you want to find. You're never going to find that person that loves you because it's inside you. If you keep looking around for someone else
Yeah.
to do it, you're going to keep on looking and you're never going to find it. You're never going to find
So
it. You
what?
wonder you never find it. Look at me at my age. I'm serious. At my age, maybe it took me 50 years to realize, that, well, shit, why am I keep looking, for it's right here. And this is why I've been working on myself for the past few years or whatever, just trying to figure things out, trying to do this, trying this, and realizing, we don't need anybody else around. It is not, don't get me wrong. If you need something fixed, it'd be nice to have someone come over and fix it. But I'm just saying, if you can't, I'm just saying. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the person everybody is actually looking for is themselves.
Mm,
That's the mate. That's the soulmate that you're truly looking for. And so what happens is when you're looking outside of yourself, you're only gonna come across the people that's gonna make you turn your eye inward. Everything comes full circle.
mm,
So you can go seeking outside of you for the fulfillment, but each person is going to come and show you the fulfillment lies within you. That's why we have so many dynamics. A lot of the relationship dynamics, come in where, a person came into your life to show you what love was, and they had to learn what self-love was
mm,
you know and I've been there. See, I've been on both sides of that you
mm,
know so it's like, I fully understand, like, the duality in that, and but you're what you're looking for, I promise you. And I know that it might sound like, oh, stars and rainbows type of stuff, no, man,
mm,
like it really is you. And then you can draw in another whole being. Now, don't get it twisted. Like, we do all come along, we're all connected. So we come along to help each other. So
mm,
the failed relationships were really just to help you and teach you lessons. And when you don't get the lesson, it comes in even stronger. It's just like a kid. If you told, when you told your son not to do something and he did it, and you might have gave him a spanking, and he turned around and do the same thing, the next spanking is worse. And I'm
mm,
gonna take something from you. So, because there's a lesson you're trying to teach,
mm,
about you shouldn't do this. And so that's how I see that, like, with the relationships. Everybody wants this attachment to someone else. And I cannot for the life of me understand how grown adults go and on purpose create a codependent attachment on someone else. That is weird to me. I don't understand, you know? And it's like, but like, I don't understand in, like, the drive to do it. I do understand in as far as, why, why it happens. Hey there.
I was gonna tell you, but
Hey,
I thought let me just add on this, let
I
them pop up and see
look.
what you
Fiddleristic.
I
say.
I just feel like we're having a deja vu with the conversation, but she just took it on the more intellectual level.
Yes, Darnell,
Yeah,
Z
yeah.
Z Darnell.
Hey, so
Hey there.
hey there. So what's your name?
You can call me Z.
Z. So Z. Let's not go too far back because you covered a lot of stuff that we were talking about last week, but
Mm,
you just really went in depth on it. But like the feet, right? So I was telling Jill about how I went to the ocean, and I mean, I've been to the ocean many times, but as you get older, you become more aware, you become more present within
Mhm.
yourself, even if you don't acknowledge it or know it. And I went to the ocean and put my feet in the sand and had a experience, like it felt like I was affected, right, in a positive way,
Mhm. Mhm.
but not in a way I could understand. And that's what you were talking about before with, like, we got shoes on our feet, we got clothes on our body. All of those things are producing, I want to say, like conflicting waves of energy that block us from being able to experience who we originally were hundreds of thousands of years ago. You know
Yep,
what I mean?
absolutely. It's all by
Um,
design.
it's by design. It is by design. That's right. With the I've been trying to research fluoride and how that's blocking the pineal gland, and what would it be
No.
like, what would it be like if we could like really understand what it's like to utilize that, right?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
fluoride.
awesome. Yeah, it calcifies the pineal gland, like
Yeah.
literally makes it like this. So nothing can get through.
So the reason why they
Yeah.
give parents, so they don't say this to adults, but they always talk about parents having little children and watching out for heavy metals. This is one of them.
Wow.
Yep.
It's in the class. It's in the
Yep.
classification, even though it's not mercury or aluminum or what else is really toxic to people, lead, right? But
Mm-hmm. Yep.
these are all microscopic nanoparticles that are put into our foods, put into canning, and when they're making all
Okay.
these products for us, all this stuff is just seeping into us. And the scientists know, they're just not going to say anything. They're like, by the way, USDA, blah blah blah, FDA, this could be an issue, so go ahead and put a clause in there that they can't see at the bottom.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it, ever since I've always loved to read, and I was a kid, I used to sit at the table reading the cereal box. I just always had to be reading something. And if you look up those ingredients that they put in our food and they approve for us to eat them because it's such a small level in the food, so we can pass this, it won't kill you right away. But as you continuously eat these types of food, you are going to be affected. It's part of the design to use your own divinity against you.
Mm.
Let me put all this stuff in you, close up that pineal gland so you can't open that third eye. And all you're going to focus on is what you see with these two eyes. We got the duality of the mind. I'm going to dig you in the ego. I'm going to help you create this identity, and you're going to live from that. And then I'm going to give you all of these images that you should live up to so I can make
Mm.
sure that you feel bad inside that you don't. So now I'm horrible. Let me get some pills. Let me get some drugs. Let me eat more food because it's the joy that I get. Like it's really just all by a design to keep you a slave in the
Yeah.
mind.
Can
You
I give you
know,
a term? I want to give you a term
yeah.
that we should probably use because I know you got some. You probably made up some on your own, but this is going to be a good one. Glorified toxicity,
Oh, I love it. I
right?
love
So
it.
they're
Yes.
when they're like milk. It's milk is it's the greatest thing ever. Or beef. It's what's for dinner, right? Not knowing
Oh
what
yeah.
the cows are going through, and all these little slogans to
Right.
just they're glorifying all the things that are killing us.
Oh,
Yeah. Killing the cows in
yes.
fear, and then you eat the fear, and then you wonder why you scared of everything.
Yeah, the
it's
little
it's
chickens running around
interesting,
and the eggs.
right? Yeah, and you drinking. Okay, what other species, like naturally in nature, just is born and drinks another species' milk? That's just weird. Why are we drinking milk from cows when we got women that naturally produce milk for humans
Hmm.
with all the things that humans need? But we go and eat off animals. I don't get it. I understand the circle of life why we eat the animal, but why are we drinking cow's milk, yo?
I've
And
been
that's like
Like
you
saying
were
that
saying
cow.
too,
earlier.
girl. I've been saying that too. I don't drink. I don't really drink it. I'm not telling people not to, but I've been telling that to my son for years because he always liked milk. I'm like, you don't need the milk. I mean, when we're babies, okay, we need. But when you're an adult, they say you don't really even need the milk. But I don't know. I don't think we need the cow's milk and all that kind of stuff. So he drink the soy or the almond or the whatever now. But yeah, what do you guys drink?
Yeah.
Well, just
I
like
mean,
what she was
cows.
saying,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
like what she was saying before, the problem is like, yeah, sure, I still drink cow's milk for my lattes. I mean, I'm a heavy offender, right? But like she was saying before, it's the programming, and then it's the finding the alternate solution to rewiring your brain to become something different. And we are more than inundated. We are like almost force fed how to be the humans that the government and the secret societies want us to be, basically.
Yep, be a bot, mindless bot.
Be a bot.
You just do this. You don't think about nothing. Just believe everything that we show you and try to live up to it, and then feel bad about yourself when you can't. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
I just find it interesting that like I've never breastfed a cow. So it's just
Right.
like
Reverse
why they
psychology, right?
breastfeeding us,
Yeah.
so it's just all like interesting, and it really is about waking up in a sense to these illusions of things
Yeah.
and seeing things for what they really are, so that you can free your mind. That and you do have to understand the things that are going on in this quote unquote matrix,
Hmm.
and the programming that's happening to you. And I find a lot of people being in resistance when I tell you that your thoughts are not your own, and you're mentally a slave. People don't, because there's a false illusion
Yeah.
of freedom. They
Yeah.
let your body be free to roam, but they've entrapped your mind. And
Well,
so know your
this is why you're
go ahead.
having all the pushback, because right now I feel like it's still such a minority of people who are waking up in the 5D versus the 3D world. We're talking about, right? And the Matrix, and they've made all these movies to try to point things out, but people were just sleeping. But now with the advent of TikTok and people are like speaking their mind, which they want to cancel that, for people speaking their truth and waking up to all these realities, it's it's serious, and it's almost serious because if enough people do it, it will cause a problem, and then they'll have to have like the governments of North Korea and China. They don't want all of that uh, uncontrol. They want to be able to manipulate everyone from what you eat to what you do, so that they can have their way, and no one really wants that.
Yep. And
No one
and
wants
that's
that.
what that's what I'm realizing is, and the problem too with the programming is that people become comfortably uncomfortable with it. Like they like it because that reaching out of your outside of yourself for things to make you feel good, it does work on a temporary level. So I'm comfortable with just working extra hours so that I can go on my shopping sprees and have all of these clothes that I only got one body to put on and I can't wear all of them, So, but because it makes me feel good to have these material things. So let me just go
Temporarily.
get some more. Yeah,
Temporarily.
and
Yeah.
they don't realize that it's temporary, and so you're constantly reaching. Like even in the relationships, that's why that attachment, and you're reaching for that person because that's the only thing making you feel good, because you can't make yourself feel good because you
Right.
don't even know who you are.
I like what you said earlier, because you were talking about, and a lot of people aren't really understanding this because there's such a large um, movement for love and for people to be, you know, um, kind of steered in a direction to seek outside of yourself to for joy and happiness. Get the wedding ring, have the big house, and all of this material stuff that, at the end of the day, is not going to make one bit of difference, because you still got to wake up to yourself and deal with that.
Hmm.
And
Yep.
even if you have a person next to you, I also like what you were talking about, where if you have someone in your life, and this, you'll see people in marriages where you can tell there's a builder and there's a destroyer in the relationship. Sometimes it's both people who are builders, and sometimes it's both people who are destroyers, because they're
Yep.
not understanding that the energy that you put yourself around does not match you. It's not meant for you, and it's okay. But a lot of people aren't okay with saying, "Oh, what am I going to look like to the public? What am I going to look like to my family?" And it's like, you know what? We do come in this world by ourselves, and we're leaving by ourselves. So we really got to get it right, regardless of what bumps we hit in the road.
Yeah, and that's the big, I think, like the big programming is that what are the neighbors gonna think?
Yeah.
What are other people
Right.
gonna think?
Yeah.
Like you live in their chains. They have control of you.
Yep.
And I've said recently, I would not want to look back, over 100 years of life and say that everything I did was based on how someone else would perceive those actions. That I have not lived then. I have
Yeah.
lived everyone else's.
Yep.
mind, everyone else's fantasy,
They
everyone else's version of life, but my own.
Yep.
You
And they
know,
ask
and
people.
it,
They ask people that are on their deathbed. What you're saying to that? They ask people who are on their deathbeds. What are the? They can literally say, "What are the two things you regret?" And one of them is always not living for themselves and living for someone
yeah,
else. It's a
yeah.
big regret. It's a huge regret.
Yeah, because you don't really, if you are conditioned to do that, you really don't realize it until you're about to die,
Yeah.
and you're looking over your life like, dang, I never did this, and I was always worried about this and that person.
Hmm.
I just say, hey, your thoughts in your head are your business. They're in your head, not mine. You
Yes.
know, and
Yep.
I'm over here. This me, my mind. This is what matters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't live for anyone else. And I'm okay if you can't accept, who I am and, the version of me, because I'm not for everybody. And
Right.
it's okay.
Yes.
And that's the thing that, is really hard for people, because they can't be with themselves. So they constantly need something or
Yeah.
someone
Yep.
outside of themselves in order to feel this wholeness or this sense of completion or safety and security. Because we programmed with the fear. Fear is
Yep.
the best way to get billions of people to do what you want. All
That's
you
right.
need is fear. you know
Yeah. Yeah. That's
so
another rabbit hole.
yeah, I know, right? I know, right? That's a whole nother one. I know it's like all this stuff can like lead you down. Yeah, Jill. you
Hey, it's
are
fun. I got a
hilarious.
question. I got a question because I want
Yeah.
to listen. I want to listen to what you two have to say. I feel like you two are so wise. Thank you, guys. Thank you both. I had a question. Oh shit! Did I lose it? Oh no,
No,
I
you
didn't.
didn't.
Oh no, I didn't.
It's in
Did I?
there.
It's, how?
Check it out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, D. All right. How you guys? Can you, each of you, tell someone if they are looking outside of themselves for this love, for this acceptance, how can they learn to accept themselves as who they are so that they can love themselves? How do you tell them how to see? I tell people you got to learn to accept who you are and accept who you are on the inside. Once you accept yourself, you can love yourself because you just accepted it. Now I can, okay, now I can. But anyways, how do you guys? What would you say to someone that is looking outside for love? How do they look within? How do they find it?
It takes a lot of patience.
Well, yeah, and a lot of work and introspection, into yourself. And you gotta, like, I'm a question asker, and I've been like that since I was a kid. I need to know why, how, when, where, with everything in order to fully understand it. And the thing is like, okay, so you don't like the way that you look. You think you're ugly. What's your basis of comparison?
Yes.
And what is ugly? Why do you think something is ugly? Your basis of comparison is a standard of beauty that most humans don't have. Them people aren't even real. So you're feeling bad about what you look like based on a false standard. And so now you think you're ugly because you're comparing to that, you know, and that and that's part of the programming too, to get you to feel competition, to get you to always be looking over there to see what somebody else is doing. And based on that observation, it gives you the measure of yourself, something
Hmm.
outside of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowing to measure
Mm-hmm.
yourself. But if there were no standard of beauty, what is ugly? What is beautiful? This is my face, yo. This my body. This is what it is. So why would I live within myself in this turmoil? I'm never going to have any kind of surgery to make myself look like the standard of beauty. So I'm pretty much stuck with this. So why would I live in this turmoil within myself based on something that when you walk around the earth, you don't even see people that look like that standard of beauty, you know? And so
But
I'm going to feel bad about me. Go ahead.
but people are gonna say, because I've heard this. My anyways, people are gonna say, but you can say this all you want. See, you came in this world with a good face. You have a good face, right? You're very cute. You have a good face. Some people feel they don't. And they're going to say, you can say this all you want because you've never experienced maybe what they have.
Nah, see,
See,
well,
that's what
it's
I said. You got
still
to look within. Don't look without. You
it's
got to
yeah, it still
yeah.
reverts back to what I said though. You think your face bad because you comparing it to other people. I mean, your face is what it is, you
Right.
know. And like, yeah, I was a cute little kid or whatever, you know. But not everybody's always thought I was like attractive or my teeth messed up or whatever. You know, it is what it is.
Mm.
and but it still reverts back to what I said. You're feeling bad about yourself and what you look like because you're comparing that to something else instead of just accepting, and I think we choose these bodies, and what we look like is probably based on what we came here to do. Maybe somebody that's closer to the
Ooh.
standard of beauty, maybe a person that isn't that and they think they're ugly or what we would call ugly or something. Maybe the standard of beauty would be a disruption.
You
Maybe
know
they
what I
came here
think
to
about
learn
that
certain
too?
things.
I'm gonna say real quick, because there are, the girls that tend to have the most issues are the ones that people would say are the most beautiful or the most, is because they're either always being told this or told that or to do this or to look this way, oh, you look like this, and you, or whatever it is. They're the ones with the most insecurities.
They
And
got
I'm
the
not
they got the
judging.
most Yeah, they got the most problems, and
Yeah.
I actually I wasn't gonna touch on that when I was saying that. Well, I can tell you, like, okay, you say I got a cute face, and so maybe other people think
Well, I
that,
want to see your
I
dollar. Stand up.
well, well,
I'm just
not
saying, girl.
today. I'm a little, yeah, a little out of shape today, but I have the body naturally that the women are going to buy for themselves. I'm that brick house,
Okay.
yeah, right,
Okay.
everything in all the right places. So my entire life,
Hold on.
I have been
Hold
sexualized, and all
on.
people
Underplay.
look at is that body, that face. They don't want to recognize the substance, and it attracts deviance to you as well. And so those women have the most problems because the society begins to define them by what they look like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and it's more so how you end up embracing that. For me, I never got to a place of like, man, I'm fine, and this and that, all the boys is on me. I never got to that place. It was just always like, get up off me, or do you see something deeper in me, so
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of like attractive people feel that way at a certain point. It's just kind of like, is this all I am, this meat suit here? Does anybody want to know something deeper? And so it does make you feel a certain, kind of way about yourself. So it's a you can look at it as a blessing and a curse, because I will say that probably what I look like may have opened some doors, may have made things easier. I mean, when I was a kid and I was real cute, I always got money. And I got candy and gifts. All I had to do was show up. I didn't have to say anything. It was just, oh, that pretty little girl, here's $1. I loved it, because I got free stuff, And then, hey, everybody don't want to give you $1. You know what I'm saying? So it can be a blessing, and a curse, because some people are so programmed that they will treat you a certain way, based on how you look and their
You know what is
perception
really
of
odd with
that.
that is there can be a person out there that can experience both. They can say they were maybe a chunky little girl and always called fat and this and that when they were little, but as they grew up and became a teenager and through high school, thinned out and through the early 20s, bloom more or whatever. And then everybody on them. So they could experience both worlds of all that you fat ass, and then, oh, look at you. It's like, and then you try to
Yeah,
combine the two. You try to combine the two, and then it's
it's
hard
a
to,
it's a it's a it's a
wrap your head
mind
around
screw.
both. It's just hard. It's
Yeah,
either one or the other. And sometimes this one comes out, and then sometimes this one comes out. And it gives you like two
yeah,
personalities. It's weird, right?
yeah.
You
It
all
is.
know what I'm
I
talking
mean,
about? Anybody out there know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about because I was teased. Now I've never been fat until after I had that baby. But
A damn baby.
yeah, that damn baby, it swole me up, yo. and but I've never been skinny. And the typical
Oh,
child becomes really thin at a certain point. And everybody around me was except for me. See, I was small with them thighs and that, rear end and everything. I was that brick house as a 3-year-old. So I was teased about that. Oh, your butt's big. You're and mainly like my brother, who was like my hero, would call me fat. He would freestyle raps about like how fat I was. My sister's so fat. Like I mean, that was his thing. And do you know that gave me body dysmorphia for
me too.
quite some time? Like,
Me too. My brother always called me fat. My whole life growing up. Even my grandma, on the Chinese side, she would always say fat at me. Fat shit.
yeah,
And I still be thinking it at 118 pounds. I still think someday that Anyway,
yeah, you look in the mirror,
yeah.
and sometimes I don't anymore, but I would see that little fat girl. I was like 135 pounds of muscle, and looking in the mirror like, I'm fat because it was just programmed into me. So I've experienced, both ends of that,
Darnell,
and even go ahead.
Darnell, did you? Because like when you were younger, because now of course you wouldn't. But how about when you were younger? Did you experience any
Oh
like
yeah,
that with self
yeah,
esteem with your body?
yeah, and it all starts. I feel like a lot of the people who are really confident and secure, it definitely starts from that, you know, awareness age 3 to 7 years old, right, where you can really build it in and just, you know, ingrain that into your child. But a lot of us children didn't have that. I didn't have it, so yeah, and I was always skinny, so that was a big problem for me. I'm like, man, let me find the most food I can find and lift the most weights I can, so I can have this physique to shut people the fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
but that was the start of not loving myself, right? you know,
Mm.
as we could grow older and become more conscious, you're like, oh, I really do hate these things. And then, like you were asking the question, it's like, in order to redo that, you've really got to be okay with being alone, being by yourself, and actually enjoying and having a good time by yourself. I don't care if you're just, taking a trip to another, city, if you're just taking a walk through the park alone. You got to be okay with being with your own thoughts, because if those thoughts are
With a gun.
overriding your
With a gun
happiness, yeah,
or a knife.
if your thoughts are overriding the basic principle of joy in your life, then you really got to redo that. You've got to fix it and find it, so you can look in the mirror and say, I like this person, I'm good. Now I can present that to someone, because the longer that you live with the person you don't like, good luck trying to have anything successful in a relationship with anyone.
Mm.
It's always going to be
Yep.
like surface level. It's always going to be surface level. You're never going to be able to get down and be able to say, yo, I can be vulnerable and be okay with it because I'm okay with me, even if you're not.
Yeah.
You know what is
And that,
weird?
and that,
What
yeah.
about you guys?
Go ahead.
Like your relation? Oh, I'm sorry. No,
No, go ahead.
Go
girl.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, for me, the weird thing. Well, who's in here? Well, I can't tell really. But hello to everybody. Hello, you guys. Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everybody, and thank you. If you want any other information, oh shoot. Well, Darnell's I don't got in the description box, but
It's okay.
check him
We
out.
they can Google my name and find everything.
Yes, Darnell Alexander. You can just yes. And Wake Up Time 369. Her info is in the description box and all that stuff for you guys. If you're interested, you guys can go and subscribe and find them. Darnell, you can actually put your link in the chat if you want, since you're in blue now. You can put your link
Oh,
in there
okay.
if you want,
Okay.
But
But
I
really, that's the thing is you gotta it's a lot of work to. I mean, right? Wait, it's a lot of work just to like yourself, let alone redo all the programming that you've been taught for drinking milk and everything else and all these bad things you put in your body. You got all kind of battles to fight.
Man, it'd be rough, because that's I feel like, we got taste buds so we can, experience, this physical world and stuff tastes good,
Yeah, right.
and it's really, man, it's really hard,
Hmm.
to not eat something that tastes good. And I think to myself, like, man, will I ever not eat salt and vinegar chips? Like I don't eat them often, but I'm just like, man, as long as they're on the planet, I'm probably gonna have me a bag of those at least
Yep.
once a
Yep.
month, because I love the flavor in my mouth,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
but I feel like I've never really been into like diets and fads. I feel like there's a balance with everything. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my chips, but I do make sure that fruits and vegetables and plenty of water is coming into my diet as well to kind of counter that.
Yep.
So I don't think I would ever just like ever not eat anything that's bad for me. Especially if
Yep.
it tastes good. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so
Everything in
Courtney,
moderation, right? I mean,
Courtney
exactly.
Cook, Courtney Cook,
but
who's
some things
rude?
obviously.
Who is rude? Courtney Cook. I have to. I
Oh,
can't
she was
concentrate.
no, that's
I can't
that's my daughter.
concentrate.
She was telling me I was rude.
Oh, that's funny.
Because yeah, that's my daughter. Because when I said that
Oh,
I
she
didn't
did.
get fat
Okay.
till I had that baby, she said that baby has a name, Mama. And I told her I forgot because I got
Girl,
so fat. What's his
did you
name?
see me? Did you see my? Did anybody feel my attitude change? Because I was about to just go
Yeah,
ahead. You hear like who rude? I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry,
Mm.
Court. I forgot. I
yeah.
forgot.
That's
Okay. That's
that.
I
Yeah, that's
forgot.
our relationship. That's how
I
we
forgot.
do.
I'm sorry. Woo! Woo! Let me take a break. I was about to go off. All right. Hold on.
But
Ah,
don't you agree? Like, I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, the work that's required. I think a lot of people are just like, I'm going to opt out and just live how I've been living until I die, and hopefully nothing comes
yeah,
along to throw me off the path. But then you people gonna get sick, and then they're gonna get sick for a reason that's gonna be obvious
yeah,
to them, and then relationships and all this stuff. They're gonna keep repeating patterns until they finally wake up and get tired of it. And then it's like sometimes
yeah,
it takes too long to get to that point. But there's a lot to sort through to try to be a good person, be happy, be love yourself, and then on top of it, take care of yourself and others, and be uh, somebody who's a benefit to society, so to speak. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I think what it is that when you do that, quote unquote shadow work,
Mm-hmm.
the problem is that we are dual beings, and people can't handle their own duality. See, they don't, once the realness starts, and you got to look at negative aspects of yourself, and you got to take accountability for some of the hurts,
Mm-hmm.
or that you chose to be
Yeah.
hurt by certain things.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
where that's that's where everybody stops on the path.
Yep. Yep.
Because it's like well, it's always got to be something
It
outside
wasn't
of
my fault.
yourself. It's never you. It wasn't me. And I peep that with people, like even in therapy. People will go to therapy, and like when it's getting to the nitty gritty, they
Yep.
stop going. They run
Yep.
from it because
Absolutely.
nobody wants to face the truth. That's
Yep.
that's what you should be submitting to.
Yes.
Submit to the truth.
It's all of
You
the
know?
right. It's the getting comfortable being uncomfortable type situation. I
Yeah.
mean, that's really what it
Yeah.
is. It's like, no, this doesn't feel good, but it didn't feel good in the first place. They don't realize that.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
you
And
live with
and
it
here's
all
a
these years, and you've been living with it for so long. Tell me, you enjoy it.
Yeah, and the thing is that people, what's not realized is that if you go ahead and address you, deal with you, on the other side of that is freedom. And I remember, ending a relationship with a narcissistic abuser, and I thought to myself, if I stay here, there's a guarantee that the hurt is going to be continuous.
Mm,
But it hurts me to leave. But if I leave, I'm guaranteed that the hurt is going to stop one day.
Yeah.
I won't feel sad forever if I
Hmm.
make the moves, you
You have
know?
to. You have to.
So and that's the, that's how we gotta be with like going within.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I don't address the my dark side, my ego based thinking, the negative aspects of myself, if I don't explore that and embrace that, I'm guaranteeing that I'm gonna be in a state of misery, always reaching outside of myself.
Well,
But
well,
and
piggybacking on that, look. So when you talk about a narcissist, you're dealing with one part of being ensnared into the trap, and then the other part of you is being strong enough to say, "Wait a minute, I do believe I'm worthy. I do believe I'm worth more. I do believe I have value. So I need to walk away from
yeah.
the situation." But when you're in that situation, it's one of those deals where it's a mental.
Oh
Um,
man, it is.
yeah,
It's a mental thing,
it's
like
big
it,
time.
and it gets you. I mean, all of this is mental. The
Hmm.
mind is so powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
It does create reality,
Hmm.
and it really is coming from here. So your reality can like come from, you can let your reality come from outside of you, from
Yeah,
this unhealed space, participating in
right.
this anti-natural society, or you can let your reality come from within. You can
Yep.
access you and
Right.
create your own reality and
Absolutely.
create your world, but
Just
it
like you
does
said, just like the
it
steps. Just like you can walk this way
yeah,
or walk that way. And because I walked
yeah,
that way and went down that path, this is why I, taking responsibility, have experienced these things in life. But a lot of people don't want to
right,
say that. They're like, no, 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 no. That,
yeah,
that was all them.
yeah.
They was acting a fool. No, I chose that fool. you know.
Exactly. And here's the thing, I say nobody did anything, really to me. They were being themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
They really were being themselves. And
Yeah.
if I did, and I didn't like it, and I chose to stay there and let them keep showing me over and over who they were, because I clearly wasn't
Yeah.
believing it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
once I
That's it.
believed it, I walked away.
And that's a better story to tell yourself than to say, oh, it was them, or I was so stupid.
Yeah.
Beat yourself up and all this crap. It's like,
You got to give yourself grace and compassion for not
yeah,
knowing any better.
yeah,
So the shadow work is not meant to be something to make you feel even worse,
right,
about yourself. It's to make you feel better about yourself, because you can't give grace and compassion to anybody else if you don't give it to yourself. How
hmm,
would you know the value of that if you
yeah,
don't give it to yourself? It's like being mad at a 5-year-old that wants to play all the time, when the
hmm,
nature of a child is a playful nature.
yep, yep,
They don't know about serious things. So how are you going to
hmm,
get mad at the kid?
right,
We're under all this programming and
hmm.
everything. So
I was
we
talking
got
about
to
the
give
macho
ourselves grace.
and you were talking about like the masculine and feminine energy. I'm like, oh my gosh, right? you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. It's it's so
because
distorted.
it is, and especially like a lot of these kids, I've seen it growing up, but I feel like it's more prevalent now where a lot of these kids feel like they have something to prove, the boys, right? The men that are being raised. And, unfortunately, a lot of them don't have the father figures, or the father figure is strong enough to come in and say, no, you're not taking one step out of this house until you fix that. You know, I don't like that.
Right.
I mean, you need to represent yourself better than that. This isn't even for me. It's for you. Like come at them like for real. And a lot of those conversations aren't being had. It's like people are on autopilot with raising their children, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on with society today?
Yeah, and the thing is like, why it's like that is because you can't teach what you don't know.
Hmm.
So when you're fathering a child and you and your lower masculine energy and not tapped at all into the feminine energy in you, what you're gonna produce the same thing, and it
Right,
goes
right.
on like a cycle over
Break
and
the damn
over,
cycle.
and yeah, and here we got society as it stands
Oh my
today.
gosh.
Yeah,
Just
you
it's like
know.
because everybody's like, I'm so cool. Well, I've been mobbing. I'm hustling over here. I got and it's I got it going on. Everything's good. But the kid's a fool because
Yeah,
you used to be, but you just kind of have it tucked away. Kid can't really see what you used to do, but you see it. That's why he let it slide. He ain't addressed it
yeah,
himself.
yes, yes. And I get it, why people, don't. And we got the music. We have no control over the way frequencies affect us. So
Mm-hmm.
we got the music telling us to think a certain way, to
Yeah.
devalue ourselves and others. And it's
Yeah.
all about physical and material things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the only values around. And
Yeah.
it's really hard to let that level of programming go.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
really hard
Yeah.
because we really respond to what we see with the two
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. We live in a
And
show-me society.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And everybody, like everybody choking on the culture, just on it, and
Right.
don't
Right.
and don't understand like how you can get all of these material things and still be miserable inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that's what it took for me to actually learn that,
Yeah.
trying to follow society. And I finally got it. I had some status, I had some money, I had these material things, and I remember thinking like, why do I still have this sadness in me then? Because what is sad about my life?
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
know
Right.
and like I
Right.
got all this material stuff,
Right.
I got a good woman, my kid is good,
Right.
like what, why am I,
Mm-hmm.
why sad? Because
Yeah.
I did everything society said.
Right.
I went to
Yeah.
school, I played the game, I found something I love doing, and it was just like, okay, this means nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so much deeper
Yeah.
than these things. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, you got to go within. You got to ask yourself some questions.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always been about, asking myself questions. Why do I see it that way? Why did I respond that way? Why did I feel hurt
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. Right.
What is my perception that's making me choose pain?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
And then
it's
I was talking to Jill about that, about the pain side of it. And a lot of times we
I have
act
a
in
question for
pain,
you.
and
Yes,
before you
Darnell.
go,
I'm gonna interrupt shit.
but look,
I'm like, I have a
but look,
question. Ain't nobody calling
before,
on my ass.
all right, hold
All
on a sec.
right.
Before
sorry,
you act,
Darnell.
Jill.
No,
before
for
you act on the
Darnell.
pain,
What you were just saying,
yeah,
Darnell. When because he was in an R&B group and he reached a certain status and everybody knew his songs and this and that and his music and all this, right? And did you feel better or no
no,
about who you was and this and that?
I was
Did
still
it
the same
change how
person
you
inside.
felt about yourself?
I was still the same person inside the shell that nobody could see what was inside the shell.
Yep. And
Was
so
it
now, and then now he's like turned into, like, he's just physicalized. It's all
Right.
about, ooh, that boy can sing, and ooh, he's sexy, ooh, and he's not a person. He's,
Right.
they
Right.
all just seeing him as a thing.
and did
Yep.
it
The
feel better?
celebrity of it all.
Darnell,
Yeah.
like, did it
Yeah.
make you feel like your self-esteem? Did your self-esteem change about yourself or did it not change?
No, I mean not at all. I to be honest with you, I always felt like a fly on the wall that was in the room for real. So it was
Wait,
nice
when
to
you're in the
observe.
band, when the
Yeah, because
group?
it was nice to observe all of these experiences I knew deep down that may never happen again. Right? I was being very grateful inside, I think, but I was still hadn't dealt with who I was. I mean, I was pretty depressed and pretty low for that whole period of time. And I didn't get out of that whole darkness until probably maybe 40s.
Oh, all right.
Then the
Yep.
consciousness started kicking in. I want to say it really took a
I
warp
mean,
drive
Z,
at
he
50.
performed with, or he met, like, was it Patti LaBelle? Was it, who
Oh
was it
yeah,
other, all
but
these people,
here's the thing. I was
lots
like,
of
I can meet
people.
them, but if it's not me, what
Brian
can I do with
McKnight,
it?
his art, he met Brian, like all these people he was with, is like,
They are great, I tell you. They're wonderful people. But if I don't have if my career isn't at the successful level that I see to satisfy me, then I'm still gonna feel like I just got off the block.
mm,
I'm gonna still feel like the homie from around the way. But I
Yeah.
also feel like I've always been a
oh
humble
shit,
person,
that's a
so I
good
don't let
song.
it. I don't let it. I wouldn't, even if I was really successful, I would still want to share that with people and not be like, oh, look at me. Most of the people I know that are successful are look at me. They don't share
Yep.
it with anybody.
Yep. Look at me and
I
adore
finally got
me.
mine. I'm a gatekeeper now. I don't know how you gonna get yours, but I got mine. Good luck.
Yeah, but I got mine. Good luck.
Yep.
You see ya. Adore me though, because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel relevant and
Ooh,
valuable. You know.
Yeah,
ooh.
compliment me. Give me some adorations. Let's go. Give me the
Yep.
list.
Worship me.
Yes, yes. That's what it is. That's what
Okay,
it is.
you know I'm the child of the group here, even though I think I'm the old. Oh, I'm not the oldest. Sorry, Darnell. I thought I was the oldest. No, I'm not. Darnell is, but I look the oldest. But anyways, look.
Oh wow.
My question is to Darnell again because I think there's a lot of females in here that wants like a man's opinion or wants a man's this, but they don't want to ask it. They want to say that. So when you just said I'm not looking for that attention, or I'm not looking for that this, or I'm not looking for that, some might ask because some might ask, okay, you might know I'm going. Then why are you so built up and so and so
We just had this
because it's going to
conversation.
cause it. It's going to create attention. It's going to create
Hmm.
right. And I know
Yeah.
it's for your own health. I know. But if somebody's asking you this, and yes, of course, it's for some recognition, right? Of course, some, yes. But overall, some might say, well, then why you didn't? If you're not looking for that, oh, all right, then why you did it? Why you look like
Yeah,
this?
and
Why?
guys do this to women all the time, right? This is a very common thing. And men have no clue of why a woman wants to dress sexy or look sexy. It's not for him. It's a specific person or a thing. And for me, I
Yeah,
don't feel comfortable in my own skin. Even if it's a negative thing, right? I'm acknowledging it. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin when I'm too skinny because I feel like I need to eat, like I'm starving. So for me, I want to be able to look in the mirror and like what I see. And also, if I'm a single person and I'm looking for a suitor, hopefully that the package I'm presenting is good enough. Now, in my mind, I know, with us having this conversation here, we are all good enough, but we all have some sense of feeling not good enough for some reason or another. And
right.
then that's another part of loving yourself. Like I'm not embarking on any journey until I do feel good enough and love myself enough to be able to bring to the table a normal, comfortable, fully functioning human being. you
Right.
know, you're functioning on all cylinders because when those things aren't fixed, now you're sharing that with this person in your space, especially if you want to live together and all that. You're sharing all your insecurities with this person, and how that person responds to the insecurities could make or break your existence. It's not good.
Mm.
So that's me in a nutshell. Yeah, I just want to feel like I'm eating, like I look like I eat a few meals a day, and just feel comfortable in my own skin.
Shit, look like you eat about 20 meals a day.
Girl, if I would, if I could, but you know what? My body can't
Yeah.
handle all that drama.
And
I'll
all
eat
going to his
happy,
arms. He eats
happy meals and
20,
everything else.
20 chicken breasts a day. 10 here and 10 here.
I can't
Oh,
even do it.
excuse
Like I'm
me.
afraid to eat
Five,
chicken now
five,
because chicken
five,
is so
five
messed
for
up.
you. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm afraid to eat a bunch of chicken and all that and all the meat and stuff anymore. I'm like, now that I know what I know, I'm like, I got to find an alternate source. I got to be like the cows on the field, eating grass or something. They got big, and gorillas got big
And
off
see,
everything but
he's
meat.
older than us both. Look at him. Look at him. Look
Well, I
at him.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, Joe. But really, I feel it now. It's catching up now. I'm like, I'll be 55 this year. I'm like, I can see it now. Let me just relax in my
No,
oldness.
man, ain't no one can see it but you.
Cheers to that.
And that's the thing. No one can. Yeah, easy 15 years off her. Okay, if we're gonna be real, take 10 years off. Easy 10 years off the 55.
I appreciate
45,
that. We'll
maybe
take it.
earlier than
If I
45. But
dress like a kid, will that work too?
maybe, maybe
If I
shit.
dress
Try
five,
it out.
look, I'll dress like 5 years, 10 years younger, but
Right?
that's about
Try
it.
it out and see.
Right?
I know. What can we do? What can we do? Right? Shoot,
What can
no.
we do?
Man, you look good, and you look good, but we still like all of us
It
might
depends,
like
right? I
have
might not
like
look
we
good to
know
someone
we
else,
can
right?
hold our
Right, Z?
own. I think
I
all
might not
three
look
of
good to
us
someone
know
else.
we can hold our own.
Yeah,
We
it's
can
all
hold our own.
perception.
Yet we have insecurities still. Isn't that weird?
So when I was younger, I loved the thick girls, right? And they were like, "You too skinny. You need to eat." I was like, "Damn, I got a long way to go. I might as well just throw that out the window."
And now it's reversed. They like the skinny guys and stuff.
Yeah. Well, wait, because now it's reversed. So like, you're too fit. You're gonna
No,
make
we
me
don't.
work out.
I don't want
I
no
don't
damn
want it.
skinny guy.
I'm like,
Right, right.
so I'm done. I'm done with it. I ain't got time for it. I'm like,
You
the
need to be
universe.
soft in the belly.
The universe will bring to you what you need for either learning or growing. One of the two, both.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be out there. You don't even need to look
absolutely.
for it. You don't even have to look for it. I believe that. You don't have to look for it. You don't need to seek it out. It will be drawn to you based on your energy and the vibration you're putting out.
Yep,
What do you guys
absolutely.
think
Whatever.
about the chords? They say that you guys can they say you're in each other's lives like your whole lives. A lot of people, but don't realize it until either later or this or that because there's a cord attaching you, and you're always somehow, some way in each other's lives. It could have come up in either on online, or it could have came up in person, or it could have came up you met them, or it could have, you always somehow, some way in each other's lives attach their cord. What do you think about that, Z?
Say the last thing you said. You're always in someone's life.
She's talking about the cord, like when you're like cutting the cords, like the
Uh,
what you know what I'm talking about. You know what I
yeah,
can't
I
even
know what
think
you're
of
talking
something
about.
else.
Yeah, the soul ties.
Soul ties.
Um,
Maybe
yeah,
that's what she's, or but she's, I think she's talking about on a broader scope too, of just maybe like sometimes people have guardian angels, people that you see like randomly in their life every few years or something. You're like, wait, I just ran into you somewhere that I would never thought I'd run into this person, and they have
Or
always
even people that
really
have
nice
been
things to say.
connected throughout life, and you
Yep,
you like would run into each other 20 years later,
like
or
us,
you
Jill.
this, and there's some type of soul tie, soul connection, so that's there's a cord there, because you can't keep in contact or keep seeing them or keep running for no reason. For no, there's a reason, if you keep running into each other or every 10 years, if you, I feel.
The universe has a way of incorporating all of these things into your life plan. I mean,
yep.
you're not going to be able to figure it out, but there's always a good reason, especially if the energy is good and positive for you.
Mm.
Yeah, and it really comes down to the fact that, we are all connected. There's one consciousness that we're all a part of, so we go around bumping into each other, affecting each other, helping each other.
Yep.
Sometimes, especially like if there's no interaction necessarily, and you just happen to see this person, hey, you might be giving each other energy
Hmm.
and not be aware of it, and that may be just the purpose of it,
More
kind of
recharge.
like this is, yeah, this a recharge station, data charging station,
Yep.
and all I got to do is, the energy is so aligned, I just got to cross your path and boom, I'm hit with it,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, it can happen like that
I
as
like
well.
that. I like that, girl. Coin that a phrase, like, or something, or do that shit. I like that.
Yeah. It's
That's so
true. It's very
good.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
would make a
mean,
lot of
where
sense. Meaning that makes sense. Okay.
like you said about the whole electricity thing and the feet and the souls, right? I mean, we are by nature, and people don't get it, but we are electrical by nature. We're energy
It's
particles.
electric.
It's
Yeah.
like photons coming from the sun, right? We're part of all of that,
Hmm.
and I don't think people really realize how big of a deal that is.
Because they can't see it. That's what it is. They cannot see it. And so, they like when you cut the tree in half and they tell you the rings on the tree are like how old the tree is. But I'm
Yes.
telling you, get close on that tree and put your finger down there. It's your fingerprints. You're imprinted in the nature. And you're
Hmm.
going to see the same swirl patterns on your fingerprint. We're a part of
Mm.
everything.
Okay.
Everything is connected, and we see things like those rings in the tree to actually remind us of that,
Yeah.
of our
Hmm.
connection to the sun, how all the plants begin. Everything begins in darkness in order to grow and reach the light, and it flourishes in that light. So we everything is connected, everything is electrical. That's electrical things that's happening in that plant to allow it to grow up outside of that earth. It's electrical energy coming from that sun, that,
Hmm.
and it's the same as you. There's no separation. You're not better than the animals. You're
Yep.
really not. And it's not wrong for you to eat them. I mean, it's called the circle of life. But
Right.
you should give thanks to them for
Yeah.
sacrificing their life for your nourishment,
Yep. Yep.
because they're connected to you.
Yeah. It's a
So it's
gratitude. That's the gratitude that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that action alone is creating higher vibrations, so you don't get sick from the food.
exactly, exactly.
I feel you on that.
Yes.
I feel you. So you got my mind as yeah. hmm Yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
it when I can make somebody think. I like that.
yeah, but I mean, it's stimulating. It's good. It's like what we need more of. You know, that's why I wanted to pop in here today because Jill was like, you need to pop on here and talk with Z. I was like, all right, let's go. You know,
Yeah,
Because
but
I
I mean,
told
it's
Z
so
that's what's
true.
about you,
up.
and I told you about her, and I was like, God, you guys got to meet and get to talk
Yep.
because
Yeah, it's
you're
hard to
both
find
so
people that are like
wise.
on that level of conversation. It's like maybe once in a
Yeah.
blue moon. But I mean, I see them all the time online, but not in real person.
Right.
You know.
That's what I just said. I was just like, I was talking to the universe, like, okay, where are they at in my life though? Because I see them all online, so I know I'm not
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. That's
But
right.
why is there no one in my 3D existence that
Mm-mm.
I can actually have these kind of conversations with, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't think I'm crazy or
Right.
a conspiracy theorist or
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm just like, where? Find
Yeah, I
me.
mean, well, you know, people are too afraid to ask the questions. That drives me nuts. It's like, okay, that's fine, and but you know, scientists are being paid by the government, blah blah blah, and it's like you know, the people who are uncovering the truth, the ones that they want to be censored, are the ones we need to be listening to and saying, oh, okay, maybe
Yep.
that does make sense. Maybe I should think
Yep.
a little bit more on what I've been following. That really hasn't benefited me much throughout life.
Yeah, and it's kind of like if they're censoring the information. See, if it wasn't true and it wasn't relevant or effective, then just let it be. Look at all the crap that's out there. All these reality shows and stuff that don't do anything,
Yeah,
positive in your life,
yeah, yeah. They're
So,
perpetuating the dream
yeah, and that's the
or the
clue
nightmare,
right
actually.
there. Exactly, keeping you in this nightmare. That is really true because this is
Yeah.
it's nightmarish to wake up every day and feel bad about yourself and dress yourself up so that other people can think something of you. What I find so compelling about it is that you're worried about what this person thinks about you, but
hmm
they're worried about what you think about
You have
them,
no
and
idea.
so
No idea.
how can they give me validation if they seek the same validation from me?
Mm-mm,
That means
mm-mm,
they have no validation to give because
mm-mm,
they can't give none to themselves. So
mm-mm.
how you gonna make me feel good about me based on your opinion? And you
Nobody.
don't even know what you think about yourself. You
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
like
Yeah.
I just and I say things like that because I see the ridiculousness in all of this. And I
hmm
just kind of want people to kind of, like, dang,
Wake
I
up.
never really thought about it that way. It's
Yeah.
wake up time.
It is.
you know,
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely. It's the age of Aquarius. The truth is stranger than the lie, you
Oh,
know.
jeez. Yeah, man. You have never said that enough. Ooh. I
Yes,
mean, it's
and
so true.
yes. This is awesome. I'm so happy to be able to have these kind of conversations.
Isn't
You're
it
awesome,
fun?
Darnell.
Thank you.
It's
So are you. I mean,
fun.
it's like there's just so much to cover.
Man, because it's all rabbit holes.
It is.
Everything is
It
a
is.
rabbit hole.
It is.
you
And you know what?
know.
And
Oh,
every
did
now
you
and then
hear
I got
what
to take a
Darnell said
break.
about submission? Because I asked him. Remember, well, I don't think I don't know if I had mentioned to you, but I asked Darnell Wednesday. I said, what's your?" And what he had to say, I'm like, "Oh, damn! That makes it makes so much sense. Would you mind at all, Darnell, saying it again or
What
your
was it?
thoughts on it again? Because it made
On
so much sense."
on
Huh? Oh, on
on
submission. When a
oh
female
submission.
submits to a man, and do you want a female to submit to you? Do you want to,
Yeah.
like, what's your
Yeah. I
thoughts?
mean, obviously, like we all have our preferences, right, and things that we like or that um, give us the most certain amount of ecstasy. But I feel like, and I was saying this last week. I feel like when it's the right situation, there's not like a huge discussion on boundaries because there's respect. There's not a huge trying to figure out what you know this person likes or they don't like. Because people when they cohabitate, and a lot of people are unhappy cohabitating, they're married or in relationships, and they're just unhappy. I see it all the time. I'm like, why are you together? You're like, you need to be happy and with a smile on your face together. If you're out having a meal and you're not even smiling or laughing, that to me is a problem. And when it comes to submission, someone's holding back because they feel like they can't be themselves, or they feel like they're not, they're not able to share their authenticity, and and that type of situation is what makes people acquiesce, give in. let go, let down the walls, because it shouldn't be something that you have to tell somebody to do. It's really, in my experience in life, it will happen naturally, and you don't have to educate someone on how to do this. Because if you do, that's not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
That is so true.
That's
Yes.
and that's
it
just on
makes
the
so much
intimacy
sense that
side,
it will
right?
happen naturally.
But
It
that's the
does.
intimacy
One will
side. But
kind of
even
give
on
in,
friendships,
one,
even on
and one,
friendships though, on friendships, and people are the same way, and it's like, they
yeah,
sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't. But the reason why you guys are having all these ups and downs is, are you guys both able to be authentic with each other?
right,
Are you just like surface friends where it's like, I make you feel good, we make me feel each other good for like, for when we just going out kicking it, but then after
right.
that I don't want to talk to you about the real
Mm-hmm.
stuff that's going on in my life. I want to be able to say, you know what, I'm really struggling with this, and just have you listen, or even ask for advice. But a lot of people can't go there with their friends.
It's too
Yeah.
bad. It's
That's
too bad.
that's sad. I just feel like, how's that? Well, what do we define as a friend?
Yeah,
If you
right.
Hey,
if you can't open yourself up to them, and they're just a kicking it buddy. So
right,
what it looks like to me is that people are associates, and they can bond over
right,
common interests, and
associates, I
so
love it.
yeah, and they think they're friends because they
Right.
have this common interest, and they enjoy sharing that together. And that's where you get that block on people going in depth and actually sharing themselves.
There's another
We
side
get
of
the
that coin.
Mhm.
So the common interest, or they're bloodsuckers. They need something from you, and you give it to them every
Yep.
single time.
Yeah. I'm real good for handing the folks the straw. Here's some of my energy.
Right?
Oh man. And then I would get
Yeah,
drained and
yeah.
be like, what's wrong? I gotta get away. I gotta get away. And
Uh-huh.
now, oh, they're abandoned.
Look,
But
look,
it's man.
look. My eyes were open when I had a buddy of mine tell me about energy vampires. I was like, oh, that's a real thing. It's like, yeah, they
It
real.
is.
They real. They come
It
in there and they like,
is.
they real nice to you. They real sweet. They just want to get something. And then
Yeah.
after that, you're like,
They'll
who is that?
yep.
Who is that?
Yeah, them true colors, come out. And as I always, I gotta allow space for people to be who they are and discern whether that's something that is good for me or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Because those energy vampires, they thirsty because they're dry
They do.
inside. They're
Yes,
dead
yes.
inside, and they need to
Hmm.
feed off of your life force,
Yep,
and they'll fill themselves up.
yep.
And what I've often had happen with people, I seem like I'm a transitioner or something for people. So to truly know me, is gonna be you knowing yourself, because I'm always gonna
Hmm.
point you within. My
Hmm.
superpower is making you realize your power.
Yes,
So
right.
I've seen it where people will elevate, they'll learn some things, and come in a different energy and take it and share it with others, not with me. Yeah, yeah.
You
And
mean
I find
they
that
don't replenish the bowl?
no, not they just suck it dry. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, it's almost like, yeah, I got what I needed. Now let me go out and present myself this different way in the world so everybody can love me,
Wait, I
but
learned
I
something
can't.
new. Let me go out here and just I'm feeling myself
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And forget her. And what I think it is on a psychological level, it like when they're transforming in this new energy, first off, a lot of times it's not very genuine. And so you don't want to, come back my way because I knew you in the low space. So you feel
Yes,
some kind of way when you look at me,
yes.
because you really haven't addressed yourself. You
Because
know,
I know, because
and
I know what you don't want nobody else to know.
yeah. And that's the
I ain't gonna hurt
thing.
you. I ain't gonna hurt you. Just
Right. And that's what we try to tell folks. This man is good stuff over here. I'm going to learn some things. You're going to learn some things.
yeah,
We're going to be better for knowing each other.
yeah.
But
I think they're gonna feel
what
it
I
though. They're
learned
gonna
from
eventually
you,
let that build up.
yeah, they will. And it's like, what I learned from you or whatever, if you're teaching me a better version of myself and I learned that through my experience with you, I'm definitely going to share that better version with you because I want you to see what you've done. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
I want you
Yeah.
to feel this,
Yeah.
because it's thanks to my encounter with you that I was able to elevate. So it's like I won't look at you and think something because you knew the old me. I would think like you'd be proud. I
Yeah. Right.
mean that's how
Yeah.
I've always been. You can't compete with me because I'm rooting for you.
Right.
So
Right.
and I'm proud of you when
Yeah.
I see the elevation. So
Yeah.
for me, if you're presenting yourself in this new version, I don't associate you with the old version.
Right.
And that's what people don't
I think a
understand.
lot of I think a lot of people do hold on to that. Just like when Jill was talking about, oh, when you got into music and stuff, was different. I'm just like, a lot of times I was still the same person, and people changed in reaction to what they perceived what was going on in my life, not really knowing, all the bits and ends of it. It's like, these musicians ain't making the money right when they first start out. You think they're rich
Hmm.
right off the bat, so that, to what you're saying is like, yeah, you know, people will see you as they saw you the first time, not the changed, improved version. That's like they don't want to accept it or something. It's like too much input, too much data input to process.
Hmm. And especially if they haven't elevated, and they're the same, and you're elevating. They can only relate to that old person because
Yeah.
that's the vibration they're on.
Right.
So it's like that's why when we go through those ascensions, we start distancing ourselves from long time friends,
Yeah.
family, and
Yep.
everything because we're just no longer aligned on that vibration with
No.
them. and
That's it.
I, and it's like I can only invite you to come on up with me. I can't stay
Right.
there with you. You living in a cycle that you're
Mm-hmm.
unaware of.
Yeah.
And so
Yep.
when we start to become aware and break those patterns and cycles in our own lives,
Mm-hmm.
like what people don't understand is that it becomes like spiritually and physically uncomfortable to
Yeah.
continue to engage with them. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
really is about
You
your
feel it.
own like sanity. You trying to protect yourself,
You
and
feel it.
it's no, and people don't understand that you can walk away with love,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing negative.
Right. Right.
For me, when I gotta kick you out my life, I
Yeah.
always hold space for
Yeah.
you to one day meet yourself so that you can meet me. you know
Right.
the,
Right. Yeah.
the door is open.
Yeah.
But it's on the vibration, and you
Yeah.
got to align with this vibration to find the path to me, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
through your inner work. That's going within.
That's that tough
That's how
love, though.
you.
People, it's just growing up tough love. You know what I mean? Really, that's what it is. Because a
Yeah.
lot of, it's like one thing to do it with a child, but when you're doing it with friends, family, or whoever, it's just it's a necessary. I wouldn't call it an evil, but you know what I mean. It's
Yeah.
necessary. Um, kind of going back to what you were saying about the feminine. I always think about the feminine masculine energy because it's like everything in life really is that, right? The water,
Hmm.
the earth,
Yeah.
fire, air. um, I kind of went through a period where I was just really wanting to dig in and learn more and study up more on like everything, right? All the aspects of being human and our consciousness. And what I learned was, because a lot of men tend to fall into the masculine side or the monster beast animal side of trying to dictate life. And I learned something really cool is like, the men who it's like it's a part of stoicism, right? So it's like the men who are the most manly are the ones who aren't the loudest, the ones who aren't pushing everybody around and bullying people and talking shit and being like puffing out their chest a lot. I mean, the most masculine man is the man who has the balance of the feminine and the masculine, and who is
Yes.
doesn't have to sit there and mansplain that,
And
right?
he's whole. He's
Yeah.
complete within himself.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's masculinity
It
right
is.
there.
Yeah, and it's
That's
hard to
what
come.
it is.
It's hard for a man to come to another man and say this because a lot of men really have that, like, it's a lock. It's like you can't even break it because they're like, if I even like let one finger out of this lock, I'm not no longer a man, and it's not true. But it's hard to get them to believe that. So I just try to lead by example. I'm not perfect
Yeah.
by any means, but I do strongly believe that you've got to, you don't need to be, you don't have to act the typical male version of what America, I'll just say America, this is where I
Um,
live, has put upon us to believe that we have
um,
to be. Like in the Western, that's where it started, like the TV programming our minds with, you got to be, shoot 'em up cowboy, all
but,
this stuff is really cool for boys, you know what I mean? It
but,
goes on and on.
but,
Go ahead, Joe.
people, I'm gonna say it to you too. I'm gonna say,
What?
but you can say that all you want, Darnell. For us
Yep.
men out here that are the skinny ones, or that are the ones that, you can say it all you want, because look at you. You look like a god.
Oh, I
So
appreciate that.
you know what I'm
But
saying. So
I,
so
I,
so
I,
what
I know
do they?
better.
What is your advice to them if they don't? And they don't feel this way, because you once maybe didn't feel maybe as maybe
I always wish I
goddess
could
or
give I always wish I
god and
could
goddess.
give younger men advice that would be open to hearing it, because a lot of them are being shown the overly masculine way, and that's how they get in trouble. Like a lot of these smart young men out here trying to go into sports and all this stuff, and they'll get in trouble because they hyper masculinize or whatever their being, and it's not necessary, and it's not attractive to scare people, to make people think you're out of control. They think that it's attractive because they're like, I'm holding my own, I'm standing my ground. But it's scary for people, and it's scary for others because they don't feel safe. And part of being a man is bringing the safety, bringing the security, not the out of control, I don't know what the hell this guy's going to do type guy, you know. But it's a conversation that needs to be had, really. I think with people who are open to hearing it. And it
There's a
takes a
Yeah.
lot
lot
of
of
young men
lot
out
of
there that
discipline
need help.
and
There's a
humility.
lot of young men that have these insecurity issues, that this
Hmm.
and even if they look good, whether they look good or don't, they don't feel they do, or they don't feel this, and they don't feel they can do this. They don't feel they're enough. They don't feel this. And I wish to God that they would feel that they are enough. I
They
don't know
gotta
what
have
to tell
somebody.
them.
They gotta have that guy in there that's like that they look up to, right? Because that's the ones that they're gonna listen to, is the one that they think is all of this and that, and then the guy comes down and says, "Wait a minute, that's not me." And he's like, "What?" Shake his world, and say, "Look, that's not how I operate. I don't move like that." And someone needs to say, "No, that's not okay," and that's not happening. They're just like letting them be, sweeping under the rug, excusing the behaviors, and they need to say, "No, bruh, that ain't cool." And we're not gonna fight about it either. We're gonna have a conversation. You know.
Mm.
That's the kind of stuff that needs to go down with these
I'm
young
gonna
men
go
out
put your
here.
information in the chat, but excuse me, in the description box. Since you guys, this is Z Wake Up Time 369 and Darnell Alexander. Z's info is in the description box. If anybody's interested in subscribing, you can find her info there. I'm gonna go put yours in real quick, Darnell. All right.
Okay. Z, you have a son or a daughter?
I have a daughter.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Same here. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a different world these days, and I'm sure I'm sure you've had your
And
hands
when
full just
they,
trying to get
yeah,
her to,
and when they're
to get her.
grown,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
to get her to understand, and when they're grown, you don't have like that control,
No,
all you got really is guidance.
and what you
And,
prayed for all those other years,
yep,
right?
yep, yep. And
Yeah.
so, I was actually just having like a really deep conversation, with her about, you know, um, all I can, my role in your life now is to teach and guide you.
Yep.
And I'm
Yep.
going to plant the seeds and allow you space to water them. But when
Yeah.
I tell you something, there is no judgment or expectation on you, because
Right.
this is your life and your journey.
You
I
still
just
love her
kept you
regardless.
alive. Yeah, I'm gonna love you regardless, and I just kept you alive so that you could live your own life. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
so you have to learn just like I had to learn, and it's
Hmm.
things I can tell you so that your journey doesn't have to be so difficult.
Hmm.
But you still gotta learn your own lessons,
True.
and you got free space to actually do that. And like she's always been a little deeper.
That's good.
She's just kind of, yeah, so
That's a
it's
plus.
cool. It's a big plus because I'm not talking to just a complete program. There's there's wisdom in there. you know
Right. Right. You
And
don't
it's
have to
like,
like undo all the. You don't have to undo all the.
right.
Oh my
Right. And
goodness.
it's also it helps too that, even when I didn't know any better about certain things, I
Yeah.
still was a certain kind of mother and a certain
Yeah.
kind of person.
Yeah.
So she, that those aspects have been, pretty consistent since I was like a teenager,
Yeah.
and
That's good.
so she at least got to see, as an example, she's always seen her mother, treat people well,
Yeah. Set the
go
example,
out in
right? That's the
spaces.
huge.
Yeah, be respectful.
Yeah.
When I pull up to the fast food, hi, may I have da 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 da, and if I got a problem, she's never seen me go into anywhere and just, slamming stuff
Yeah.
down and,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
treating
Yeah.
people bad and stuff like that. So that kind of helps.
Yeah.
That I've kind of always, had this certain spirit about me, so
Mm.
she can, mold that. And she is a, like real chill, like
Yeah.
actual decent person,
Thank
and
God,
just
right?
just got some healing to do up here,
Mm-hmm.
and releasing some things. And I think she'll really, flourish,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a grandma, so she's got a
Oh
kid,
my God. Wow.
and yeah, and so it's like, you don't want to create the shadows that your kid gonna be trying to heal from,
Yeah, and you're
so
aware of that, and that's really important because I think a lot of people say it, but you're aware of it and you live it, and you have to live it. You have to
oh
be the
yeah,
example.
yeah, you
Otherwise,
gotta,
people
yeah.
they're not going to respect or take you seriously unless you're living it and at least making the attempt to say, "This is how I'm walking. This is how I'm moving in the world."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and this is who I am. And so I get to get the grandkid, who's
Mm-hmm.
also a girl.
Yeah.
I get to get her young though. She
Yeah.
meditates
Yeah. Yeah.
now with
That's
me.
awesome.
She
Yeah.
likes her crystals, and I mean, she the one really got me into the yoga and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's good because my daughter's getting it everywhere she turned. Her mama
Yeah.
or her own daughter,
Yeah.
she's getting this stuff. And grandbaby, that's like they're young, so that soul's still pure. All that conditioning ain't
Yeah.
on there
Yeah.
fully,
Right.
so
Yeah.
she's more receptive, and I can
Uh,
teach her the truth about things.
that's
And
awesome.
and she bust out and said to me the other day randomly, "When I get a new body, I'm not gonna know who you
Oh
are."
no. What?
And I was like,
You're
"What?
like
Where did
what?
this come from?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, typically a lot of the same souls reincarnate and
Mm.
will cross each other." I said, "We probably won't know who we are. You're probably
Yeah.
having a
Right.
vision,
Yep.
but you know what? If we come across each other, our souls will recognize each other.
Yeah. That's right.
So
That's
it's
right.
it's okay."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I get to be your Granzy,
Yeah.
in this body. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But yeah, she says like random, like just real deep things like that to me.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
because
like, whoa,
you passed all this
yeah,
down, so it's in your genes
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's
So
special. Yeah.
to be able to watch her grow, and being here to be able to kind of catch it when the programming is coming in,
It's
and
huge. It's
give
huge.
you a little different perspective,
Yeah.
and knowing that most of what you're going to learn in this world is not the truth.
Yes. Yes. That's
So
huge. That's
let me
huge.
give you a foundation of truth before you start learning all of this stuff.
Right.
So and it'll help her grow and be able to put things together.
Yeah.
So it's pretty decent.
Take the test, pass
And
the course, but remember.
right. It's
Oh
like
man.
this is what's really going on.
Oh my God.
So
That's so important.
it is, because my goal in having that child was to put a decent person out into
Into the
society.
world. One person makes a
That
difference. It really does.
Yeah, it really does. And it's like I had to look, and I was a young mom, but I
Hmm.
still had this thinking that this is an actual human. This
Yeah.
is a person just
Yeah.
like me. And
Right.
what kind of person am I gonna sick on the world once she's
Hmm.
grown? You
Yeah.
know? Am
And
I
that's what's
am I gonna
happening.
am I sicking a rabbit
Yeah.
dog on the world? You
Yeah.
know?
It's true.
So or I'm gonna put some love and light out there, you know.
Right.
So
So then they put that the killer's mother in jail. It's like, yeah, they came after the person who sicked the dog on the world.
right,
I was like, wow, they
right,
sent her to jail. I mean, now we're getting somewhere because
yeah,
you kind of are responsible for creating this the dialogue or whatever this child is growing up with. Whatever they believe for their belief systems, all that stuff is heavier than people think.
yeah, yeah.
It
It
dictates
really,
actions. It dictates actions, and you're instilling harmful things or negativity or really super biased views without being able to bend a little bit. I mean, this is very combative and conflictive in nature, and these people are causing harm to society.
yeah, yeah, and that's why I always talk about that root cause.
Root cause, yeah.
Where did this come from? Like,
Sound like a
because
program.
yeah, yeah. Because I've always been a question asker, so I got to know, how did this begin?
Hmm.
How did this start working? I used to open up TVs and stuff. Well, I thought I was gonna see the people in there, but I wanted to know how the
Right.
people made it to the screen. What's going on inside this box?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So
Yeah.
it's what started all of this right here.
Yeah.
And
I
so
just
it's
took stuff apart so I could see like the cool stuff inside.
Yeah, I found out it was really cool stuff when the people weren't there. I was really
Right.
disappointed.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I thought I
gosh.
had
Right.
killed them or something. Like they couldn't
Oh my
breathe outside the
gosh.
box. I'm like, where'd they disappear to?
Their essence just left. Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, wow. But I was like, what's all this stuff in here? This
Right.
is
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Oh my gosh.
exploring. And we gotta be explorers. I
Yep.
think that's really our natural, nature.
Yeah, because we
And
only have so
yeah,
much time here, so I do agree with that. It's we have such a finite amount of time here to not only figure out who we are and our purpose in life, because purpose is really the main should be the main reason for living, and then beyond that, ex- exploring all the beauty that this world that we were brought into has to offer. Because the next go around, we won't be conscious of it. Maybe we will. We don't know, but you know,
yep,
gotta
absolutely. It's
gotta appreciate it and enjoy it. I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah, gotta enjoy along the journey.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, enjoy the contrast, because without the contrast of what you actually want, you wouldn't know
yeah,
what you want. So you
right,
gotta, you gotta
yeah.
appreciate it.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
you know how do you know which path to take, and
Yeah,
what would actually, what type of comfort you like.
yeah, yeah,
Unless you have discomfort.
yeah. I
And
mean,
so it's
I always
like,
say when I'm sick, I love it. I always say this when I'm sick. You know what? I feel like crap right now, but I already know what the other side feels like. So it's like being unhealthy or sick, not unhealthy, but being sick really makes you appreciate how good you feel when you feel better. And it's like it's
yes,
I don't think people
yes.
really like put the two together, but the contrast is really important to like realize and just be aware of.
Yeah,
Any
I mean, discover you.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
with that contrast, and even in relationships, when we
yeah,
first start out and we young, we don't have no standards. You
right,
know, we're just
right,
out there. But you
yep,
learn standards through the contrast in those experiences.
right, yep,
So yeah. So I had to learn that a person that don't know what the word meditation mean is not somebody for me.
right,
You know.
right,
So but you learn.
yep.
We live and we learn. Hey Jill, you back?
Hey, you guys in the chat. Hello, hello, Vashali and Nathan and everybody else. But just hello. Thank you so much for being here with you guys, with us, you guys. I did put Darnell's info in the description box and in the title too. I said and Darnell. So I wanted to add it in because thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. I
Yes,
appreciate your energy. Thank you.
I
And Z's
Yeah.
I,
info is
yes.
also in the description box. Check it out, you guys. All right.
Well, Jill, I won't be on too long here. I wanted to pop in and enjoy this conversation. Love this type of conversation. As Jill already knows, she knows. I mean, we were talking about this stuff last week. Then you started talking. I'm like, really? Why are you in my head? and then breaking it down the way you did. So that was really cool to listen to. So yeah, we have to do this again and talk about some more stuff. Go down some rabbit
Yeah.
holes. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, that just got me like I felt a surge of excitement.
Right. I'm trying to tell you,
Like,
man. I got some in mind already. Like, yeah. Because I would love to hear
yes.
like your take on it, and then like just get into it.
Well, see,
Yeah,
what if
yeah.
it's like a every other week thing? If you
It
would
could.
Look
listen.
at you,
You
Jill.
know, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Jill
you know
always
what I'm saying.
orchestrating something.
Yeah. She's like, let's turn this into something. Hey, we got something to say. We got
Yeah,
something to
let's
say.
turn this
The great,
into a thing.
yeah, great minds think alike.
Yes, yes.
So you
That
We
guys
was
could
have a
do a
good
fun.
weekend,
Saturday or
huh?
every other Saturday. And Darnell, you don't have to worry about the Wednesday thing with me. We
Okay.
could turn it into a,
Yeah.
a podcast with us
Yeah.
three.
I love it. We got stuff to
Okay.
say. We got stuff to
Yeah, we
say.
do. We do. I
Okay.
want to respond to this Nathan Brandon. You asked, are you supposed to wake others up? You wake yourself up and you be an example of an awakened being. That's what you're supposed to do for others. And like you stated, there was a person gave you a lot of resistance. The ego is always going to resist the duality of the ego. It's a difficult thing, but you show people by example, and those that can be helped, they start to slowly come around, but we got to see stuff with these two eyes in order to believe it.
This is the
That's
problem.
the ego.
This is the problem with like religion and stuff, because people be trying to do the same thing. There's like, I need to make someone believe this. I need to make someone, I'm trying to force this down somebody's throat, so to speak. And it's like, you really lead by example, others will follow. But if you're trying
Yep.
to tell somebody who they need to be, that's going to cause resistance.
Yeah, because honestly, when you do that, you're being another sheep. Because the sheep are all telling each other what they need to be. You gonna be the sheep or the shepherd?
And
That's right.
after
The shepherd
can I
Yeah.
does.
say it? Can I say it? Can I say it?
Say it,
Because
Jill.
Yes,
it's
you
an
say it.
aha
Go on here.
moment that I
Oh, I
had
love
with,
aha
like with
moments.
Z had helped me before with, because remember Z, you're the more feminine. Mine might be more a little more masculine when it comes to raising our kids or whatever. And so it's a good thing I had a son, right? But because anyways, it's a good thing I had a son. But we had talked about things, and with what you're saying is, I had told him, "What I'm done. I'm losing it. Well, how is that possible, universe? How do you give it to me, and then all of a sudden, boop, and take it right away?" I done lost what I was just about to say. With what you guys were saying, it was like it was hitting home, and I had to say something about it, and
Hey,
then
we
it
were
just
on
went
it.
away.
We were on it.
And
I
I
know, right? Double teaming.
Jill, always saying, Jill is lead by example. You ain't got to tell
huh,
nobody nothing. You ain't got to
huh?
tell nobody nothing.
Yep.
You ain't got to
Just
tell
just
nobody
be.
nothing.
Just be, and they'll fall in line or they won't, you
That's
know?
right. Yep.
And
Right.
that's it. And it's okay,
That's
you know?
okay.
Because we're throwing that ego in there when it's like, oh, let me, fix this person and this and
It makes
that.
me feel better.
Um,
I did
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
responsible for that. Yeah, the
Yeah,
ego
so you
thing.
gotta go, yeah, you gotta go within you and figure out what it is that, you are kind of lacking within you to be trying to, program other people.
But
And,
how
oh,
do you
you
do
got it?
that? How do you do
Did you
that?
get
Because
it back?
I know my ego's in the way, because I'm too worried about what I look like. I have to. I'm like, oh, oh, how, what, oh, you know. So I know my ego is big time in the way, in the way.
Yeah.
It's weird, but knowing it and going in and fixing it, it's a little bit different. A little bit different.
Yeah. Because there has to be an acceptance of self. True love, the frequency of love, it does not pick and choose. It flows, it is infinite, it is constant. And so when you have that self, when your identity of self and what you look like, the only reason you ever thought you were cute was because other people told you that.
Mm.
and that became ingrained in you. And in this society, especially, I mean, it doesn't matter, man or woman, you hit the wall at a certain point, and you're not going to get all of that attention anymore. So if the
Yeah.
only identity of me looking good has come from other people, and now I hit the wall and I can't get that attention, now you're left with the shell, and
Mm-hmm.
all of the stuff that people were putting in the shell. So now you got to put that stuff in the shell. You got to have that acceptance of self and know that your validation and acceptance of you shouldn't come from the opinions of others, you know? And
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 that
that
goes
and
all
that's
that goes all the way around the board. We're talking, man. You're talking about validation. You're talking about people like when you're trying to get a job, like what you think of yourself to the people who's looking at you in the face, trying to judge you.
yeah,
Relationships. It's like an everyday thing. This validation, and
yeah,
it's like, and people do anything for it, and it's like you have to validate yourself and you're okay. You know,
yeah,
and block out all the negative people, whatever they got to say. It might sting a little bit or whatever. People might say something, but you always have to remember when you look in the mirror, oh yeah, that's the person I love and I woke up to, and I'm so blessed to be here on this earth, and it feels so amazing to be alive. And you keep the more you like say all of these things, you forget about all this crap that's in the background. The gratitude is
yeah,
huge. See,
Oh, can
yeah,
I
I
add
just
in?
thought of
Can I
something.
add
It's like
in?
now
I
when you
need
feel
to add
bad,
this
you got
in.
to
I'm
do it.
so sorry, Darnell, because there's a lot of people that they'll say they don't believe it. They don't believe it. I don't care what you
Oh,
say. I can repeat it. I can repeat it. But the thing is, you guys, what I'm going to add into what he's saying, I'm going to insert something. I don't care if you believe it right now or not. Say it. Act as if. All right. Act like you
right.
believe it. And once you act it, watch what happens. You act as if, and it gonna become as if. Okay, I just had to add that in. A lot of people don't understand that, and I'm saying just
yeah,
act as if it will
You
work.
do have to take a certain amount of action in order to change and become who you would like to be or perceive yourself to be. So, I mean,
yeah,
there is a lot of truth in that, because if you don't take the action, you just repeat the cycle and you stay in a circle of nothingness.
There's still a lot of people. They're like, but I've taken the steps, and I've done this, and I've done this, and I've done the work, and there's this little bit. There's a little bit of a. They
Oh,
don't really believe all the way.
right. Yeah,
Just
you
keep
got to,
acting like it. Pretend. What if it was like this? What would it feel like?
it's
And
tricky,
all that
right?
yeah,
good.
That's
You don't feel
tricky
that.
because it's like part of that is the belief, right? The system. And then the other part
Hmm.
of it is
No.
the desire to really accept. So because you really have to start believing different things about yourself and telling yourself different stories. And okay, see, reprogramming, right? You really got to
yep.
reprogram from the
Repro,
start. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Fake it. It's one of them fake it till you make it things, because when you start those affirmations talking about I'm amazing and I'm beautiful, you don't
right.
believe that,
Right.
you know. But here's the thing: when you learn the ABCs, they turned it into a whole song, because when you sing something to a rhythm, it creates a certain frequency,
Oh,
and you are
remember.
able to remember it, and
Yeah,
therefore it becomes real to you. It is now a belief. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking
yeah,
over and over again. That's how
right,
you get yourself to believe. And
right.
then in some cases, once you believe, the next stage is the knowing coming in. But
Mm-hmm.
you got to be consistent. You got to be disciplined about it,
Mm-hmm.
routine about it. Because guess what? All of your programming it was routine. It was on a schedule. It was
Yep.
disciplined. Then you go to
Right.
school 5 days a week
Yeah.
and get phonics
Wait, wait,
ingrained in you.
and like it or not, you still had to do it. See, that's the
You
whole point
still
of it.
had to do it.
You still
Yep.
had to do it.
Mm.
So with the change, you got to do it, even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't like it.
Yep.
You got to recognize it and say, "I'm gonna kick myself in the ass so I can start adopting these behaviors that I need to see in myself."
Yeah, it's about your well-being. I don't feel like working out 5 days a week, but I know what I want to see when I look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I want to see well-being. I want to see optimal health.
Yeah.
So yes, that means I gotta create more balance in the diet. And yeah, I might not feel like it, but I feel like being well. So I'm, I grab them weights and I make
Yeah.
sure that my stuff is in my face. You know, so
Right.
when I get up, when I step down on the floor, there's weights right there. There's stretch bands there. There's everything to remind me because out of sight, out of mind. Because that's how important my
Yeah.
wellness is for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so that's what I feel like feeling good. So I have to take the inspired action that's gonna make me feel good. I know
Right.
the road to that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like if I want muscles like Darnell, you know, I want the arms cut up. I know the road to take.
Mhm.
I may not
Yep.
feel like it, but I feel like I want my arms to look like his.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I mean, and you really have to do it like that because you know your wellness, your healing, it is only your responsibility. It's no one
Yeah.
else's.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of
you
teachers
know,
out there, right? There's a lot of teachers out there, but it's still up to you.
it's still up to you to take the lesson
Yeah.
and
Right.
and and,
That's
and
right.
apply the action. You know, so it's still everything is always going to revert back to you.
Yep.
And this mindset is always going to start at that mind, you know,
It
because
is.
that's going to depict your emotions depict the behavior,
Mm.
and the mind depicts how you see your whole self.
And damn emotions, you got to watch those.
Got it, but you can control them. I
Yep,
didn't,
you
you know,
can.
I didn't always know that. You know that you can actually be in control
Yep.
of yourself and how you feel about things. And how I learned to control how I feel about things was learning to control my thoughts about
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
That's why you got to do the shadow work so that you can know you and know how you operate,
Yeah.
what drives you, what's
Yep.
moving you, what's in here, you know, so
Yep.
that you can reprogram certain things and be able to take a different perspective on things, you know. And so a lot of life really like rolls off of me, you know. I lead with love and compassion. And outside of that, I don't have really a whole lot of emotions, you
Mhm.
know, about things. Because and there's also understanding. I have the, you know, human psychology and behavior. I mean, honestly, just in my own observation of self,
Mhm.
you know, that's
Yeah.
why they can write books about humans' brains and on psychology because it's the same. You know, stuff is
Yep.
gonna affect us really the same way. We just may act it out differently,
Yep.
but the way it affected us is the same.
Yes.
So and we have full power. I just feel like this. If all of that negative stuff could get in me and get programmed in me, then
Yep.
that means all that positive stuff can come in too.
Yep.
You know, the road flows both ways.
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. Like, you think about relationships, and you're like, yeah, someone, they're miserable, and they're with this person, and they think that their whole world is this experience. But before that person was there, how were you doing? You were probably good, huh? Weren't you?
Right. Yep. Yep. You was
You was good,
good.
huh?
Who
So
were you before that
if they didn't
person?
exist then, and when they gone, they don't exist now. I'm not saying, delete, but control alt delete and put it somewhere else.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. You know,
Right.
all
That's
of
so
you
right.
cannot
You're so
be.
right there.
Yeah, you can't be defined by somebody, you know,
No.
somebody else and their
No.
emotions and
Yeah.
all is lost. You know, you're
Mm-hmm.
disappointed because you wanted things, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to be a different way. And it
Right.
isn't. And most times it isn't because that's not what's best for you,
Right.
you know?
See, and that's the thing. It's like these people come and go in your life. It's like you're learning something. You're growing in some type of capacity, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Or and if you don't listen, you might get forced to. Right? You can send the same kind of sentient beings into your life to teach you a lesson, so you figure it out. It's like,
Yes.
you woke now.
Right. And did you get it? Because I
Yep.
got another one lined up for you now.
You
Because I know
do.
you're gonna go back seeking. I got one for
Yeah.
you that's gonna give you a lesson real
Yes.
good. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is, though. You know.
Yeah, because Humans don't make changes unless they are uncomfortable.
You got to adapt.
Yep.
Got to
Something
adapt.
gotta happen.
Yep.
You know, something gotta happen, and then we make those changes. You
They got to be
know,
tired enough. They
so
got to be tired enough being in that deep hole that they want to
yep,
actually figure out a way to climb out.
yep,
You know,
yep.
put the odds
Just
on your
say
side. Try to
yep,
scale your way out. Do something. Dig a hole somewhere else. But eventually we adapt. We have to. We get sick of it. We get like, okay, I get it now. I'm done. And then you
yep,
start to build that drive and determination in yourself to say, I want different.
yep. And let me see, how do I do that?
Yep. Let me find a way. I will find a way. Right.
Yes,
There's answers
and
out
that's
there more than ever now.
yeah. There's so much, man. The messengers are here in the
Mm,
thousands. It's the
they
age of
are.
Aquarius.
It is
You
crazy
know,
now.
the
Don't tell me you can't
consciousness
figure it
is
out.
yeah. It's too much out there
Yeah, it is.
because it's something for everybody.
There's something for everybody. I always say that.
And it's,
Well,
take
or should
it,
I say
take
there's
it,
somebody
y'all.
for everybody? But yeah, it's something for everybody.
Yeah.
When she was talking about ugly people, I said, yeah, ugly people, they got ugly people, and they happy as clams.
Yep,
They don't care.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Because to them, they ain't ugly.
Right. Well, oh my goodness, that is wow. You know what? That is so true. Yeah.
Right? I'm just
Yeah.
saying, they're like, I'm fine with this. I know you're
Yep.
telling me this, but I mean, I don't see it.
Right.
Because
You
that
know?
allows them to live their life the way they live it in peace and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And they don't
yeah.
see their looks as a limitation in any way.
Mm-mm.
You know?
They're oblivious. Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah,
And
because
that's
the person who has the looks, it's been brought to their attention so much, right?
yep.
Right. It's been shown to them, like, hey, Baba, just in case you didn't know, I got the spotlight to tell you in neon lights,
Hmm.
you have our attention, right? And that's not always the best thing, right?
Right. It really it messes you up. It really does.
Yeah, yeah. That's Joe. We see you.
Yeah, we see you, peekaboo.
What? No, my
Happen.
damn hands are too big. I got a little head, I guess. Oh my god.
Look, Joe. I'm gonna hop off here, guys, because
All right.
I've definitely put some time in, but I definitely want to do this again. This was great.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well,
Thank you for coming on.
Look, I had to. I was like, I know this. We got a bright mind in here. I gotta, get a piece of this.
I feel you. I feel you.
All
Yeah,
right,
so
guys. Well, you
we'll
guys have a good
definitely
evening.
set some up. You too. Bye. It's great meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, and thanks for everybody in the chat sticking around. Enjoy these guys.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you. I'm sorry. You know what? I had mentioned to him that you were going to be on. I'm like, oh, you got to, if you have a minute, come listen to Z. Because I told him, I said, oh my goodness, just, you might want to join, or, so I didn't know if he'd pop by or not, but he did. So I guess he got the link, and then I saw something pop up, and that's why I'm like, oh, you're talking though. I'm like, oh, let me just add him. But so I'm sorry, I didn't mention it to you. I know this is
Oh,
sorry about that, but
I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine.
okay.
Yeah, I wasn't like, taken aback or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. I'm agreeable. I go with the flow. So that to me, that's just the universe working. Like
Mm,
I think I can feel that we done touched some hearts and minds.
yeah.
So that
Mm,
that's what matters most to me at
mm.
the end of the day. It's why I do what I do. Yeah, you know.
Very nice. Look, very nice. But yeah, what do you think of Darnell? What's your look? Well, I'm gonna ask you all like you want to ask me live? Yes, I am.
Oh, I mean, well, I ain't got nothing bad to say. But I would still say it live if I did, me, I don't get no shit. But yeah, like just one of the 0.1% of males that's out there like him. And it's so nice to you know, interact with them,
Right.
because
Yeah.
like I love dudes so much, like their company and stuff like that.
Yeah.
like and their friendship. And it's like when you get a guy like him that understands the masculine and the feminine, and can put those energies together and embody that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a male that's not in the lower energy. It's a male
Right.
that as a woman you're safe with. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I love intelligence. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And
Yes.
awakenness, consciousness. So that's always nice. I'm always like, excited to talk to anybody that, has some kind of level of consciousness, because we're gonna have something to talk about and we'll
Right.
understand each other. So
Mm-hmm.
and we can learn, from each other too. So like,
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
love hearing other people's enlightened perspectives on things. Like that gets me excited. I always
Me
want to know what
too.
other people think because my mind is so like open. So I'm
Yes.
always open to learning and gaining new perspective or just thinking differently and learning stuff. So like he's awesome. He's got a really good pure energy
Doesn't he?
about him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
he's just so laid back. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
He's a Libra,
Yeah.
so he's an air sign, but he's a Libra. He's just like all laid back and chill. And he's always, I know him from high school, right? And
Mhm.
he would always be singing. I don't know if you knew this story, but I would always sit in the back of the bus with him or whatever. Anyways, he'd always be singing in the back of the bus. Going to school in the mornings, and it was like, damn, he gonna be he gonna be someone. Oh my god, because his voice was just wow. You sitting there listening like
Yeah.
wow. But if you look up, you can look up second nature if you ever what's two ND for second, and then nature NATURE. So if you look up second nature, man, there's so many songs I have there. Oh shoot! Then before that was third level, but so many good songs. And then by himself too, Darnell Alexander, with one L. Darnell. A lot of people do two L's. Darnell with one L, everyone. But yeah, he's really a great energy, and he's laid back. He's understanding. Like he
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
seems to know, where you're
Yeah.
coming from or understand, right? It's
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
to talk to a person like that or energy that's like that.
Mhm.
And it's nice coming from somebody who's more of a masculine energy type thing to for others to listen to also to show you don't always have to, like you say, yell and be loud and
Yeah.
you can be a little softer too with it and be very
Mhm.
attractive, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna definitely I want to let you get to your I'm sure people on here waiting for their readings. Um
Oh, okay. Like, oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, it's in the description, So
Well,
it's
yeah.
like, I was trying to find out, do they
Yeah.
love me? Or should I go? Should I not? Am I
For
going to
you?
get that? Yeah. No, no, no. I'm just saying,
Oh no,
like,
for you. I
other
wasn't
people.
asking, but okay. No, I understand, girl. Yes, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Are you need to take off, right? Or are you staying to give advice? I just want to make sure.
I'm going to be taking off.
Okay.
Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take off this evening.
All
And
righty.
I mean, I might get a moment. I might be able to be like in the chat or whatever. I'm not sure yet, but
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
But
thank
yes,
you then. Thank you.
thank
Thank you.
you.
I appreciate you. You guys don't forget to check her out. Wake up time 369. This is Z. I have all the information right in the description box. So don't forget to check her out, you guys. And thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. All right. See you
No.
later, Joe.
All right.
Toodles.
Thank you. All right, you guys. We'll go ahead and it'll be opened up right now for the free readings. And I believe I have a free general.
in the chat. Free general or oracle card. All right. Now, if you would like to donate for anything, let us know. I'm not sure how long I'll be live. So after this, so free readings are open right now. So if you want a free reading, let me know in the chat, okay? And I'm not going to take a list. I'm not doing a list. I'm just going to take you randomly as I see you. If you didn't get your reading, got to post it again, okay? And thank you for being here and giving this a like. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Daisha. Yes, you can. All right now. All right, Daisha. Let's get a general. Oh, oh, I don't know the name of it. I forgot, but that's what it looked like. Let me see. General reading, Daisha. Oh damn! I just put the because I can see the chat full screen. It's on StreamYard. I can, right? I feel like I'm yelling. On StreamYard, I can see the chat full screen. But I lowered it and I forgot that they were gone for a moment because I was smaller a minute ago. Now I see the whole thing as me. It's like, oh shoot! I need to get some sun. All right, let's see. Sorry about that. I got distracted. Okay. All right, Daisha. Could be good luck coming in. Could be like a fresh new start. But it's my chair making noises. Believe in yourself. It's about trusting in who you are and taking a leap of faith. So I feel like there might be some type of I don't know, maybe it's an opportunity, but it's saying, hey, you're going to have to take a leap of faith, though. And believe in yourself. And then, so what now? I can only see one damn person at a time. This is ridiculous. Okay, let me put it back up. Ridiculous, I tell you. Nathan. Oh, you know. So what now? Deep D, hello. All right, Nathan, you said General, and you said Lee. General Lee. Oh, one. Wait, are you saying you want a general or no, Nathan? Because that's what I'm offering for free general or oracle card. You're welcome, Daisha. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here and giving this a like. Thank you. Deep D, let's get you a general until I hear back. Deep D, I haven't heard Nathan. What's your if you want one or not? Deep D, general for you. All right. Well, I mean, it feels like happy, happy, joy, joy. What does? Just like celebrating something. Both cards talk about to me feel like you celebrating something, like engagement, because this could indicate a new partnership, something like that. Now, if you're with somebody, it could be a sweet honeymoon phase with someone, you know. That looks very nice. It feels like celebrating something, and magical opportunities maybe could also be in a way, I guess, saying if there's anything that held you back, if any issues, maybe that held you back, maybe they're going to be cleared and you're going to have the energy to move forward type thing, right? All right, now, Ashley. What you doing, Ashley? KD. Let's get you a general, KD. What you doing, Alex? Hello? All right, KD. Feel like some good luck. It feels like your good karma coming in. Hey, good luck and good karma. One card is good luck, the other is good karma coming in. So, something damn good. All right, don't matter what it is, just hey, be happy, something good. All right, something good. Because it could be some type of good news, it could be travel, I don't know, but something good, right? Could be a lucky break, but all right. Ashley. Alex, if I didn't say hello, I don't know if I did. Hello. All right, Ashley, let's get you a general. Damn, hair's itchy. I mean, I don't know about you. If you have natural curly or wavy hair, it's all frizzed out. I know. But anyways, if you have natural, you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's frizzy and it itches your neck and chin and stuff. That's when I straighten it, then it's more smooth and nice looking. Anyways, no one cares. I didn't have time to do it today after I washed my hair. All right, let me see. I don't know, in a way, if this is something about someone being hurt or someone who has been hurt or is hurt or hurting type, I don't know if the message is so much what the cards are as to what I'm feeling looking at them, meaning like, it's like if you've been hurt, if you have this, if you're still hurting, if you're still healing up, if you're still this, then why are you looking for something new? Why are you looking for something else? Why don't you go ahead and heal yourself and get to know yourself more before you over there looking for someone else? Just kind of like what we were talking about earlier when Z was on, and when Darnell was on and stuff. But something like that type of message is coming through the cards. And all right, Alex, let's get you a general, Alex. Thank you for being here, you guys, and giving this a like. Thank you. I don't know if this is like conflicted over you can trust someone or not. But it could be conflicted over something, or it can be a lot of arguing with someone. Maybe power struggles. It feels more about a trust thing for me. Because it feels more emotional and trust and you conflict. What? You say something? Light, hello. What did you say? Sarah. Hello, Sarah. I hardly ever hear from you. When I do, it's always like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's always something like I'm saying, I'm sorry, I feel bad. Aw. So you said on your back, right? Again? You said again, right? I'm sorry that you have to have that again. It just comes out with an energy that's very trusting, and to me, real quick, it does. It feels like trusting. It feels like a safe situation. It feels like somebody who's able to read other people really well, to somebody who's like emotionally mature. So I don't know. Again, if it's not arguing with someone, it feels conflicted over something. Could be power struggles. Now, if you're trying to present something, maybe in a company, maybe I would say it's not the time to do so. If you absolutely no, but it's due, I gotta have it presented by, Monday. Well, if you absolutely have to do something, try a different way of doing it. I don't know if that makes sense, but all right. There you go. I'm Jesus. Oh, I don't think I said it. I'm not Jesus. So please take tarot lightly. Take this lightly, okay? Alrighty. A S. Yes. Let's get you a general reading. All right. A else. Hmm. Huh. All right. Hmm. I don't know if you've been being breadcrumbed and you feel like, oh damn, I'm being tested. Am I being tested? This person tested me. I don't know if it's something like that. That's what I'm like, is it that? Or is this more about the kindness and generosity that I feel about you? That maybe you share your time, your energy with other people, maybe your money, this and that. I don't know. Maybe you donate, maybe you do this, maybe you work at a kitchen and you help serve food. I'm not sure, but it could be something to do with that too. So that's why I'm like, which one? I don't know, because I'm not Jesus and I'm pulling two cards on your whole damn life, right? So, a lot of inner strength though. Shows you with a lot of inner strength. This could have something to do with you feel like you're being tested, and yeah, we're always being tested. What you gonna do next? Did you learn? Let me put it in your face again to see. Did you learn? You didn't? All right. You learning now? You know what I mean? I cannot. Let me fix this chat. What? This damn eyeliner. Is there any eyeliner that doesn't start to smear that anyone has found? You know, VS, hello. It's no, if you want to ask a question, it's a donation. It's only $6. You pay that for a cup of coffee. But anyways, it's only $6. But what I'm offering for free is free general or oracle card. All right. Yes. All right. Anyways, did I show you the card? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if I showed. Did I show the cards? Sorry. Demisha. Hello. Oh, I was thinking Daisha. Daisha, and then this Demisha, right? Demisha. Hope I'm saying it right, right? Demisha, right? Amani. What? You didn't show the cards, but I'm just listening. Oh, I just did. I just did. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. All right. Demisha Randolph. Let's get you a general. All right. All right. And Light, I'm gonna get you an oracle card next. All right, Light. You gotta repeat it in the chat, otherwise it goes away. I don't see it. Hold up. Oh, you know, sometimes when you're just tired, you don't feel like, you know, I don't know if it's the energy in the chat. I don't know if it's me. I think I just need to get up and stretch. What cute card that fell. I'm going to cover what it is so that you don't, well, what is it? What is it? No, it don't apply. It was my fault. I'm just showing you the card. It's cute. So that way you don't know what it is. Because you can try to figure out what it is and all that and get all up in your own head. No, we're not doing that. That's my fault. All right, let me see. General Demisha Rando. All right. Love with Light Tarot. Hello. All right, let's see. Wait, what you mean? This is one reason why I won't have my face on live. Just know if I'm live, I'll be in fat bed and here be a mess. What you mean by this is one of the reasons? What's one? What? Oh, I look a mess. Is that what you mean? Like I look a mess? What you mean? What you mean? Okay. Anyways, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Hey, you know. Let me see. My hair's all frizzed out right now because it's naturally curly wavy hair, so I didn't fix it, and scrunch it up, and y'all know what I mean. They have curly or wavy hair. Let me see. Usually I'll been straightening it lately. No one cares. I'm sorry. DR. And the DR. Everything go down in the DR. Woo! Isn't that like a TV show? Something about like the DR, for the Dominican. All right. Speaking of everything going down, it's going down in the club. You know that song is going down. And I cannot sing. I wish I could. Woo! But anyways, we got a little Aries energy. Some might say Leo, but I say Aries. This fire energy. And in a way, it's a mixture of both for me because there's the Aries coming out with being very like natural born leader, and so is I think Leo is too, right? It's fire signs are, right? But you got that controlling aspect, and that's probably more Leo. I don't know. I'm just saying because I'm an Aries. I don't know, but this being very motivational and inspiring, that energy is coming through, and like I said, that natural born leader, and not worried about other people or what who cares what they think? I'm gonna do it anyway. Kind of like that energy, you know. It's very nice. Is that look at that? Very nice card. This is what come on my. Didn't I say before? Maybe my favorite in the deck. Not because it's Aries, but just it's pretty. Anyways, that was to me, celebrating something. It feels like you're about to celebrate something. I don't know. Could be a newfound zest for life. Could be passion reignited in the bedroom. It could be. All right. Yep. SB, hello. Please. No, we're not trying to scare everybody. Nah, that's all right. Light, let's do the oracle. So if you guys do not specify which oracle card you want, I will choose for you. All right? No problem. I'll choose for you. All right, light. Let me make sure. I'll start investigate and make sure, right? Find ways to fill your cup. Be so full, follow your heart, and always trust your intuition. Go deep within, find your triggers, and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. All right. And D. Randolph, you are welcome. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being here, you guys. I appreciate y'all. Light, you are welcome. Thank you. All right. And those cards are from Gifted Soul 777. She gave me those. Those are spirit messages, oracles. She didn't make them herself, but she does make her own cards also. If you're looking for a new deck of cards, tarot, or oracle, she does make them. It's Gifted Soul 777 right here on YouTube. She's a tarot reader. If you're looking for another tarot reader, check her out. All right, guys. She's on Etsy. She got Etsy shop and stuff. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Sunny girl. Hello. Yes, you may. Go ahead and get you a general. All right. Sunny girl. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Your energy just feels familiar for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. Got some Gemini and some Leo energy coming through. It's my chair making noise. Now, you could be, trying to make a decision over something like a hard decision what to do. Like, could be. If so, just universe is saying to make choices from the heart. If you're trying to just decide something, make choices from the heart. If you're not, true love could be coming in if you're looking for it. Could be. Could be true love. Could be deep friendships. Could be talks about loyalty and passion and all that kind of stuff. Now, this also talks about patience. Now, I don't know if you've had patience or the universe wants you to have some more patience or something like that. Maybe you feel like you've been tested a lot, but yeah, we're all tested every day. But it talks about, I don't know if I want to say to have some more patience, but it talks a lot about forgiveness and self-confidence and patience and compassion and courage, which I'm sure you have a lot of, I bet. But anyways, make choices from the heart. Maybe that's the message. I'm not sure. I'm not Jesus. All right, let me see. Andrew, yes, I agree. Sunny girl, you're welcome. Lovely Ash. Yes, let's get you a general. Lovely Ash. Hello? Hello? Yes. Andrew, are you caught up live? Anyways, yes, you guys. I'm not sure if you're caught up live, but thank you for coming through. Thank you for giving us a like. And if you want to, Zee's info or Darnell's info, they're both here tonight with me. It's in the description box. So just check that out and you can find the info right there. All right. Let's see. Lovely Ash. Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. You'll be up next. So you can go ahead and post if this is for a yes no question, thank you. Or let me know what you post. What if it's yes no, go ahead and post a question. If not, let me know. Right, what you like. Yeah. All right. Lovely Ash. I'm not sure if it's an energy that's like trying to move quickly and you're more like, hey. Hold up. Or if it's you're the energy trying to move quickly and the other energy is like, oh, hold up. Hold up. Don't do things in haste. I don't know, I'm not Jesus, but don't do things in haste, all right? Don't let your strong will cloud your judgment. And trust your intuition. Okay. Andrew. Oh, shoot. Andrew, you are up. Anila, hello. Oh, who are you, Andrew? I looked at the bottom of the deck and saw this Capricorn energy. Who is you? Okay, Andrew, you're up. I'm messing with you guys. You're welcome. Lovely Ash. Thank you. That's my chair. Damn it, now, of course, I'm not going to do it. Andrew, if you're just donating to donate, thank you so much. If you're donating for, because that just happens, yes, no, well, yes, no is $3. So I wasn't sure. Or each oracle card, they're $1, except for time frame, which is $2. But all right. Donating to donate. Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. I like your name. Thank you. All right. I appreciate that. Would you like an oracle card since I have them out right here? May I give you one of those? Or if you want a general reading, I could do that too. I mean, those are for free tonight. If you want. If you don't want anything, that's cool. I'm not trying to like push something on you or anything. Just like, well, you don't need it. Thank you. I wanted to give you something, you know? Okay, one of these? All right, let me give you one of these. I love these. These are becoming my new favorites. These spirit messages, oracles. All right, let's see. Whatever? Okay. Do I need to investigate or can I see it? I think sometimes I can sit all right. Sometimes let me go ahead and make sure let me investigate. You know, let's go ahead. I'm gonna investigate. Make sure. You need to ignore what everyone else is doing and achieving. Your life is about breaking your own limits and outgrowing yourself to live your best life. You're not in competition with anyone else. Plan to outdo your past, not other people. And that is literally a topic I have ready to go that I was going to talk about one of these times. Anyways, very nice. Alphonse, what you doing? Ah, thank you, Alphonse. I'm grateful. You know, I'm always thankful. How about you? How are you? What you doing? Nathan. All right now. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do a last call right now. If you guys would like to have a free general or oracle card, let me know. If you have donated for something, that's, you know, there's different readings in the chat if you're interested. Like $6 for a question or something like that. If you're interested, let me know. But I'm offering a free general reading, whatever comes out, or oracle card that I have sitting out right here. If you don't choose, I have one sitting here. Okay. So let me do last call. I don't know if was there moderators tonight. Actually, Love and Light Tarot was here, right? That helped out. Did you help out in the chat? If you're a moderator that helped out in the chat, you are up. I'm going to call for you right now. Now, if you didn't help out in the chat with, you know, this and that, give likes, then you're not up. No, I didn't have one helping out. All right, never mind. I know Love and Light Tarot did stop by, and I don't know. Maybe he helped out earlier. If you helped out, you can ask. Free yes, no. and have some oracle cards, I'll be happy to do it. Let me know. Anila, let's get you one. Just flip them and read them. They for us. Oh, yes. That is true, Nathan, in a way about them being for us all. That is true. Alrighty. You are Alphonse. Yes. I've been telling this to people. Wake Up Time knows this. 369 is in the chat. Zee, she's in the chat right now, you guys. She came back. She's in the chat. Look, she came back. All right. Yes, I haven't gone anywhere in years. Really, I haven't gone and done anything in, I don't know, in a long time. That sounds good. I love salads. All right, let's see. Anila, let's get you a general. This strength card been coming out a lot tonight. And this time we got Leo coming out twice. This is happy, happy, joy, joy. I don't know if you feel like you're being tested. I don't know that there's some spiritual forces at work in your life right now. That's what I feel like looking at this. Talks about compassion, courage. Can also be indicating patience. Talking about patience. Whether you need to get some or whether you have a lot of it. I don't know. Maybe in something to do with forgiveness showing up here. But could be also maybe there's something that's been holding you back that's now cleared and now you can move forward, on something. So very nice. All right. Yes, wisdom of the Tao. Yes, let's get you one of those. All right, Jesus. All right, this one. Oh, yeah, need yours. Oh, let me investigate. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm getting it straight. Whoever wants to come to San Diego, let me know. I do. Because isn't that the place that they say is like sunny 300 days out the year? I know I need some sun, but I don't care about being out in it. I don't like the sun. I don't like to be out in it too long. But anyways, it's nice to see though that it's sunny all the time and happy, happy, joy, joy. Light orb. I know there've been always orbs everywhere all the time. Be messing with me. All right, Z, walk away. Tao Yun Ming. All right. Let go of burdens and worries. Surrender your ego and walk away. Feel the freedom and enlightenment. I nicknamed you Enlightenment itself, and really it's right on your card. It's Enlightenment. Okay. Out of all the words. All right, look. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Follow your inner quest and luxuriate in well-deserved peace of mind. Luxuriate. All right. Very nice. Oh, can see it? You see it? All right. Alrighty. Oh, you did? Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, thank you. Wake Up Time 369. You guys remember that Z. Don't forget to check her out. Her info's right in the description box, you guys. So check her out. Thank you, Z. Yes. All right. Oh my goodness, the jokes don't hurt me. Oh my goodness, oh, right. You gotta heal up first, though, Alphonse. If you want a real healthy relationship that you want to get into, you have to heal yourself up first before you just jump into something else. Oh, Nathan, Alphonse is a friend here. So, yeah. You're new, Nathan. But thank you. Thank you, though. Yeah. There, guys. I'm gonna go soon. I already called. It said if you guys would like anything, let me know. If not, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna go. Doesn't look like it, so I guess I shall take off then. Alrighty then. What I want to say, hocus pocus. Hocus pocus. What y'all doing out there to make me want to say hocus pocus? I don't know. All right. You're healing with bourbon and wine. Oh, Lord Alphonse, that is not healing, and you know it. That it is the opposite of healing, and you know it. That is hiding those feelings deeper and putting them down more and deeper, putting them in our pockets and way down in the pocket. You know. All right. Oh, Sarah, let me get you a general read. All right, Sarah. And you said, may I have a love? Well, Alphonse, you can for a donation. Otherwise, it's a free general. That is whatever comes out. Now, if you want it based toward love or something like that, then that's a $6 donation. Otherwise, it's just whatever comes out. All right, so Sarah, let's see. This could be issues regarding money or insecurities, about something. I'm not sure if it's worries, insecurities to say you could lean on a partner or a friend maybe for support, and maybe accept help from others if you need it. Accept help from others. And this is also about believing in yourself and staying true to who you are and taking a leap of faith. And could be something to do with a new journey, a new job, a new something, maybe even a new relationship. I don't know. But telling you to believe in yourself and trust in yourself and stuff and take a leap of faith. All right. Could be with money. I'm not sure. Could be with how you feel about yourself. I'm not sure. I'm not Jesus, but that's what's coming out. All right. And all right, Alphonse, this is you, General. All right, Alphonse. You got that Aries energy coming right out. This is cool. The Emperor. Look at the Emperor on this card. That's Aries on this card. Wait, I need to put this down. I cannot see nothing. But let me see. Can you see? I have to wait and see. What do you see? Oh yeah, you see it. Like, do I need to hold up here, or do I? What is the? Hello. All right. Anyways, and then this one too. You got it. But this could be some about intense emotional experiences, and we got Aries energy coming out. I don't. Wait, what is your? Oh damn, Alphonse, what is your sign again? You're not Tim. He's an Aries. Alphonse, what are you again? You said that's how your chest is. Are you fire also? Or wait, what are you? What am I forgetting all of a sudden? That's my chair. See? Hear it? Air. You're Gemini. Okay. Hmm. So it feels like maybe it's the energy of either the universe wanting you to step up, and I don't know, wanting you to step up and say something, or step up and take charge, do this, do this. And it can also be though about saying the energies. It's kind of like being stable, like your path, your path, your future path feels stable. That's my chair. I need it like WD-40 it or something. It's about being structured and disciplined and stuff like that, and and then like stepping up, taking charge of something. So if you maybe stepping up, taking charge of your own happiness, stepping up, taking charge. If you want to change, make a change, right? All right. But it could indicate something new coming in, or some type of, being swept off your feet, or romantic and something like that. Could indicate that. But it can also be just starting a whole new life in a way. So, all right. Okay, Sarah. All right. And if you guys did, no, okay, I already did the last call thing. I'm going to take off, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Zee was here earlier. Darnel was here earlier. Thank you for joining us both. I have their info in the description if you're interested, you guys. And thank you to the moderators. And Sarah, good luck. I hope everything goes well, Sarah. All right, I'll be sending out the positive energy your way. And you guys, I want you to believe in yourself. Please, I believe in you, but I want you to believe in you. Believe that you're here for a reason. You came here for a reason. Do what you came here to do. It can be a challenge, I know, but you've been doing it up to this point. All right, so pat yourself on the shoulder. Like, hey, all right, yeah, you're right. Been doing it all up until this point. What makes me think I can't keep going? All right, keep on going. All right, you guys. Thank you again. And I'll see you in the next one. All right.